got a show dedicated to die-hard sports fans like you. Hosted by a guy who's borderline obsessed with the wins and losses of all your favorite teams.
He's crazy.
Every weekday morning from 9 to noon, Ben Bosscher brings you the talk that matters. The teams, the stories, and the players you care about most. This is the Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair.
Remember that. Hello, and good morning, everybody out there. This is the Ben Bosscher Show, live here on 100.9 The Mitt, live on YouTube, live on Facebook as well. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up button on those ends. Wow. Michigan, they might just be unbeatable. I think that's where I'm at with this team. This team goes to Purdue, and, you know, the final score makes Purdue look like they got back into it, which they did. Give them credit. They fought their way back into that thing. The game wasn't really close for the most part. Michigan comes in, lays the smack down on Purdue, and is leading for, 90% of this game. Just beats them to death. Last year they go there, and, the game was over in the first 5 minutes. This year they go there and throw the first punch, the second punch, the third punch, the fourth punch. I'm at a point where I don't know if this team can be beaten. I know they have one loss on the season already, and it took Wisconsin hitting 15 threes. Look, this is one of those teams that you got to play perfect, and even most teams in the country, that's not going to be enough to beat this Michigan Wolverines team. I just think they're too big. Like, sometimes we overcomplicate the sport of basketball. Usually the bigger team wins. And 99.9% of the time, Michigan is going to be the bigger team than their opponent. Ade Mara starts you off. He's going to be the tallest player on the floor at all times. And the touch he has around the rim, the passing ability that this guy has when he sees the double team, players cut. There's no standing still watching guys go one-on-one. But they would throw the ball to this guy 16 feet out and just kind of let him go. And as soon as the help came, pass behind the back, pass over the head. He never fails to hit a guy cutting to the rim. And then Merez Johnson, he doesn't fill up the box score in terms of the scoring yesterday. That's a grown man out there. Just bigger and stronger than everybody else. He looks like he's 29 and is a bodybuilder. And I know that play at the end, he totally traveled. I don't even know how he got his own offensive rebound on that. He's a board man. He is a machine down in the paint. And he requires the second biggest person to be, guarding him for the opposing team, which leads Yaxel Lenneberg to have a mismatch the majority of the time. And that's what happened yesterday. Yaxel Lenneberg, again, doesn't have this crazy game, but so efficient. 13 points, 7 assists, 3 stocks. You felt it on the defensive end too. He does everything. And then we can get into Elliot Cadeau being, having one of his best games of the season. And LJ Kaysen coming along as this second-year player that's got a lights-out jump shot. We can talk about how Michigan extends the three-point line to 35 feet out because it feels like everyone can shoot a three, not just from the line, but well behind it as well. I don't really know. The only recipe we've seen to beat this Michigan team is hit 15-plus threes on them and hope that they're cold from downtown. And last night they were not cold from downtown. They dominated the paint. They dominated the glass. Is it crazy to say that they're in a category that I'm deeming them unbeatable? And I know we're not crowning champions in February. And it's not that I'm running out of things to say about them, but everyone, if you've turned this team on once this season, you know it. They passed the eye test. I can tell you all the stats, that they're second in the country in point differential, that they're 25-1. It's the best start in program history. We can start comparing that to the Fab Five. We can do all this stuff, and I can tell you all the stats. You know them. And if you've turned the TV on at any point this year and turned on the Michigan Wolverines, you see it. This team's just different. In fact, this decade, the only team that I really think comes close is the 2023 UConn team where it was like clockwork with them, with Stephon Castle and Donovan Clingan. That team, it felt like, never played a competitive game. And that's kind of the territory that Michigan's trending in. They have an average margin of victory of 21 points, guys. What am I supposed to make of that? Other than that, this is the best team in the country. But I think it's beyond that now. This is like, who's the last team to beat these guys? Who's the last team in college basketball that's even capable of giving them a run for their money? That's how dominant they've been this season. That's how talented their roster is. And it feels like these guys just keep getting better and better and better. LJ Kaysen, way better than he was at the beginning of the season. Trey McKinney, the freshman, way better than he was at the beginning of the season. And this was the last checkpoint we needed to kind of confirm everything we've thought about them. Because yesterday, it's not like they're going to hang a banner for beating Purdue for the first time in Mackey in 5 years, but it is a little bit of a passing of the guard. Michigan hasn't won the Big Ten regular season since 2021. Well, they're the defending conference champions, and now they walk into today in prime position to win the regular season championship as well.
Yeah, I think we're looking at the national champions, Ben. Like I know we're in February, and I know that sounds crazy to say, and you just watch this team play, and my favorite thing about them, I think the thing that makes them so unbeatable, or whatever you want to say, that makes them the best team, you could go over a lot of different things with them because there's so many good things. Their ability to regain momentum and their ability to just end any sort of long run, that long spurt that the opponent tries to get on, it's so consistent. They end any run all the time. It happened in the Michigan State game. MSU goes on that big run. It's like, holy smokes, they have all the momentum in their own home building. Michigan's screwed. Like, MSU's about to actually come back and win this thing, and then boom, like that, they flip it right back. Purdue last night had multiple efforts. And we have to remember, this is in Mackey Arena. Like, this is in one of the craziest home environments. I saw some people on our social media like, oh, it's Purdue? Like, what, we're calling them this because it's Purdue? Yeah, we are. Like, that's an incredibly tough place to play. And Purdue had several times in the game where they cut it to like 9 or 10, and it was like, oh man.
But
Purdue
did you
has
ever
the
feel
chance.
like they were going to blow
Never.
it? Not once.
Within an
it's
instant,
like, it's just too many points to overcome.
Within an instant, it was back to 15. Like, this Michigan team is just, they're ridiculous, man. Dusty May is evil. Like, it's crazy what they're able to do. And like you said, just the progression of everybody that you've had on this team throughout the season. We had talked about yesterday, is Yaxel Lendenberg one of these guys that is always consistent and then in the big games steps up to be this, like, awesome player? Not that they needed him to be yesterday, but Elliot Cadeau might be that guy, man.
Yeah.
But you think about Michigan's two biggest wins of the season in conference play, at MSU and at Purdue. Elliot Cadeau's a star of both of those games. Like, truly. It's funny. Like, it's just weird that it ends up being that way because we're having conversations yesterday of should LJ Kaysen be the true lead guard for this team come March. Well, guess what? They just have two pretty good ones. Like, to go along with their awesome bigs and to go along with their awesome wings. Like, they're just such a complete team.
How about this, Kyle? Rather than, Elliot Cadeau's the guy that steps up in big games. How about the fact that they had 6 different players yesterday in double figures? How are you supposed to beat a team like that? Like, no one. Elliot Cadeau led the way with 17, and then Lendenberg had 13, McKinney had 13, Kaysen had 13, Johnson 12, Mara 10. Yeah. It's like
they don't need somebody to step up and be the star.
No, because it's like clockwork with them. They find the best basket in the half court and in transition, for that matter. They just find the best looks. It's the most selfless team I've ever seen. It's not like they lead the country in assists or anything like that. But it's like you never see them take bad shots. It's never like, oh man, you could have passed it one more time. Never. They find the open man. They cut to the basket. It's like everyone is playing with the same synergy, right. Like everyone's playing on the same string. It's like a privilege to watch.
Exactly, and that's, like Sam in our YouTube chat says, I bleed green and white, but man, this Michigan team is just fun to watch. Like, I'm totally with him, man. I love the Spartans, and Michigan is just so good. Like, that's, in a tournament game, could a team just randomly get hot and beat Michigan in the Elite Eight or something like that? Sure.
No.
Well,
no. I honestly don't think so.
Well, here's what I was going to say. Like, sure, a team could get really hot and, like, have this awesome offensive game and just knock down a ton of shots. But it's not like Michigan won't lose because of themselves, It won't be like Michigan played bad and that's why they lost. This team is incapable, I think, of just putting together 40 minutes of sloppy play. They can't. They're too well-rounded. I mean, even just like to lose multiple games in the regular season, like that formula against Wisconsin feels like it's a one-time thing.
Yeah. I see it, you see it, everyone watching sees it, and Matt Painter sees it as well. This is Matt Painter after the game talking about the Michigan Wolverines.
Our goal was to win the Big Ten. These dudes ain't losing 4 games. We got 4 losses. They ain't losing 4 games. That's just that. That's reality. That's why they're ranked the way they are. Because like you can be preseason number 1 in the country, that means nothing. But when you're in the middle of February and you're number 1 in the country, it means a whole lot because you earned that one.
Yeah, that's about as high praise as you can get from another Big Ten coach across, the Big Ten. Talking about a different team than your own, saying that team's not going to lose 4 times. I mean, he basically said, I'm not picking against them the rest of the way. That's about as...
He said they're not losing.
Yeah, he said that's about as good as it gets,
Yeah,
guys.
they're not losing 4 games. Yeah, he's right, man. Every other team in the Big Ten outside of Illinois has now lost 4 games at least. That team's not.
No. And again, basically won themselves the Big Ten last night. It would take an all-time collapse, but I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah,
it's just not going to happen. The house is too strong. The house that they've built, the roster that they've built is too strong to have any sort of for them to not win the Big Ten, it would take them losing multiple games. Can you envision that? Because this Duke game doesn't even count. I'm going to pick Michigan against Duke too because they've actually got some bodies to throw at Cam Boozer.
But it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. They're not going to lose multiple games the rest of the way. If they lost 1, it'd be shocking.
Like a game or regular or Big Ten games, you're saying?
Regular season games the rest of the way. It'd be shocking if they lost another game, right?
I mean, the Duke game, I don't think it'd be like shocking if they lost.
Okay,
it'd be shocking
regular
if they
Big Ten games.
Yes.
Let's include the tournament in it as well. The Big Ten tournament. Wouldn't it kind of be shocking if they lost again?
It'd for sure be like, whoa, what a win! Like, what a crazy upset win for the other team,
Part of me does wonder, though, if Michigan fans resonate with this team the same way that they did with the 18 team or the 13 team, just because you got to watch those guys develop in Michigan uniforms, where this one was kind of put together overnight and you kind of learned the guys along the fly. And I don't think there's anything wrong with saying, this team's obviously better, but the 2013 team with Trey Burke resonated with me more. The Wagner brothers and, the second... not second generation, but the line of both of them, that resonated with me more. I don't think there's a problem with that to say. I am curious to know if Michigan fans, connect with this team as much as they have with past teams.
Well, yeah, I think that's just not even a Michigan thing. That's just the current landscape of college basketball.
Yeah.
Everybody's new on this team. Like LJ Kaysen, sure, he's back, but it's like he was this huge impact guy in year 1. It's just how college basketball is nowadays. You don't connect with these guys on a 3 to 4 year basis. You connect with them for 1 year. If that 1 year is pretty damn good, then you're going to connect with the guys. And I think that the Michigan fans, of course, have had to have with these guys.
You talked about your favorite part of this team, just being their ability to stop the runs. We haven't even mentioned the defensive stuff that this team's doing on a consistent basis.
I mean, that's
Mara
why.
leads the Big Ten in blocks per game. Morez, you can't go through them. There was a couple possessions early on where Purdue got Ade Mara to switch out onto the perimeter, and it was like, okay, this is kind of going to be their game plan the rest of the way. And Braden Smith would get by him, and then he'd just run into Morez Johnson, or it's like, dude, I don't want to jump into this guy. I'm going to end up on the ground. And it's not even going to be a foul. I'm just it's like running into a brick wall, for lack of a better term.
Yeah. I mean, there was even
it
that
didn't
play.
Work. Braden Smith couldn't get anything going in this game.
He had to hit that crazy tough shot over Mara on the baseline. That was that's how he was scoring in this game. And even there was the play in the transition where Oscar Clough somehow gets a loose ball. They're big on the in the break. And he's got Morez Johnson. It's not even Ade Mara. He's got Morez Johnson waiting for him at the other end. He just doesn't even go up.
No.
He's a big
What's the
man.
point?
Why he doesn't even go up? It's just so they are fearful, the Michigan bigs.
Not only are they fearful, they give effort too. And that's you don't win a championship without giving effort. So whoop-de-doo, you connected some pretty simple dots to connect. But the possession I'm talking about where Ade Mara's underneath his own basket and somehow sprints the floor and ends up getting a transition layup.
Yep.
Unbelievable. The fact that we got this 7'4" guy who's willing to just give it his all on some random possession in the first half, gun down, and find himself open for a layup in transition. How many tip-outs did that guy have? They only had 13 offensive rebounds, but a ton of these offensive rebounds from a team standpoint is just Mara going up there hey, I know I can't get this, but I can tip it out, and someone else ends up with it. Like the effort that they're showing on the offensive glass, the ability to pedal to the metal until there's zeros on the clock on both sides. I think we're watching a pretty historic team twice a week with this Michigan Wolverines team. 989-837-6125. Michigan, big winner. Mick Cronin, huge loser. Let's talk about that when we come back on the Ben Bosscher Show, live here on 100.9 The Minute, live on YouTube, and live on Facebook as well. 9 o'clock hour, as always, is brought to you by our friends over at Iron Stack Technologies. Man, Michigan might not even need a game plan. We talk about the game plan all the time. Michigan might not need one. It's just go out there and play basketball. Dusty May wants to kill everyone in his path, and they do a pretty good job of that. Over at Iron Stack Technology, they don't want to kill anybody. You know what they want to kill? The headache that is IT. That's what they want to kill. They help businesses understand IT. They stay secure, stay efficient, and ready for what's next so you as a business owner can focus on your mission instead of your technology. Iron Stack Technology, solution-driven, mission-focused. You can check them out at ironstacktechnology.com.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair. By Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
I still feel like we need a Michigan nickname for this crew. We had the Fab Five, and like we can stack it. You know the Fab Five's record after 26 games? Michigan's 25-1 right now. You want to take a guess as to what the Fab
not
Five?
as good as that.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
They were 21-5.
Still pretty good, though.
Still pretty good, but like it's not like they were the best team in the country the entire year. And Michigan, like, technically isn't either, but I think all of us have kind of known that they are the best team in the country.
Corey gives us a nickname for him in our chat.
Please let us know.
He says, I'm calling this team the Stream Team because I've needed 7 free trials to Peacock to watch them. That's pretty good. That's funny.
But that can kind of go to any any team. I like Mays Maniacs. That's not that bad.
A little bit of a double entendre there, too, because it's Mays as in, like, Dusty Mays and Mays in blue, of course, so
yeah,
kind of cool.
I like this. This one's really good from Morty, who's texting in 989-837-6125. How about this? Instead of the Fab Five, the Nasty Nine, because they've got 9 guys that consistently contribute because they're deep. They don't just have the stars. They're deep as well.
9.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, Nick.
Morty, that's good.
I mean, Nick also to go back to the 9 guys thing. He said like Michigan has 9 dudes that would start on almost every other team in the country.
Oh yeah, I can't believe they have Trey McKinney as a freshman just like chill with not starting.
Well,
he would start on most Power 4 teams.
They were just openly on the broadcast last night talking like, yeah, Dusty May was saying if Trey McKinney sticks around next year, like this is his squad. And it's just like, man, it's weird it's just weird the current time of college basketball to just openly be saying like if he stays, you know, but
well, I think the alternative, I don't think it's a transfer issue. I think that's an NBA issue. Not an issue, but like I that's how good I think McKinney's been. And he's huge too. Like he just can
I just don't think a
with
team
anybody.
like it just wouldn't make sense for him to go. I know that we don't need to turn this into this conversation, but
I think there's a chance.
Nasty 9 though, I do like that.
That's my favorite one so far.
Because that also relates to 9 as in JJ McCarthy who went to Michigan.
You love bringing up JJ McCarthy. Luke said the Paycheck Pursuers. It's not bad, but
long. It's too long.
Yeah, I like the Nasty 9. That's really good. I don't know if our guy Morty came up with that on his own because I've seen that now recommended a couple different times. But this is the first time I'm hearing it. So I really like that, the Nasty 9. That's pretty good.
We've got one Michigan negative thing to go over that Chris brings up. He says, I still don't like the turnovers. So many of them are the result of lazy passes and not protecting the ball in a single elimination tournament. That and poor free throw shooting can get you popped. It's a good point. In that stretch when Purdue was coming back last night, a lot of it was caused because of turnovers. Michigan's just able to respond so well. Like, I do agree. Like, if there's one thing that you had to pin on Michigan, it is that, of course.
Yeah, Purdue shot, I think, 12 more shots than Michigan last night, which, like, you don't typically like if you're getting 12 less field goal opportunities. Right. Yeah, I guess the turnovers are a thing. Can I do a nitpick thing, too, then?
Yeah.
It pisses me off how much Yaxel Lenneberg dribbles. Just put the ball on the floor and get to the rim.
Are you telling him to shut up and dribble?
No, I'm not telling him to shut up. There's a possession, and this is like just a thing. When he gets a mismatch and there's a guard on him, I think he just like is doing the Jason Tatum. Like I'm just gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and then like tries to get to the rim, and then he gets put in a spot where he can't do it. Just triple threat and rip through, get to the rim. Man.
Sure, he does do that a lot, but I don't think he does it to the extent of like it's bad
it's not
for
the
team. Right, exactly. And I don't really think it could either. Like, I don't think it would get to a point where it's like, oh, my God, Yaxel Lenneberg is the downfall. Like him isolating is the downfall of Michigan.
No, I don't think it is either.
Yeah.
I think he had 7 assists last night.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
How about the Mays Assassins?
And it doesn't have, like, a ring to it.
It's got to have, like, the double letter.
The alliteration.
Yes.
It doesn't necessily have to,
but it just sounds
nice.
Cooler that way.
The Nasty 9.
Nasty 9's kind of cool.
I think we can stick with the Nasty 9. That's
Shout
pretty good. So we showed you the Matt Painter clip from last night praising the Michigan Wolverines, saying that they're not going to lose again. How about Mick Cronin after Michigan State annihilates UCLA?
What was your thoughts in the student section chanting Booker's name?
I could give a rat's ass about the other team's student section.
I just meant overall the way that you
I would like to give you a kudos for the worst question I've ever been asked.
All right, we'll take it.
Did you like
You should take it.
the preparation of the?
Do you really think I care about the other team?
No, I don't.
student
I don't
section?
think you care about the other.
Are you
team.
raising your voice at me?
No, I'm just.
Yeah, you are.
talking.
Yeah, you are. Come on, dude.
No reason.
Come on. Yes, you are. Everybody's standing here listening to you. Everybody. This is on camera. They can hear you. I answered the question. I could give a rat's ass about the other team's student section. I coach UCLA. I don't care about Michigan State students. I mean, who cares?
What is this guy? Think he's a kindergarten teacher? Are you raising your voice at me? No, nobody's.
Are you raising your voice at me?
That's a good clip.
I'm about to use that
What a-
anytime you get mad.
What is this guy talking about? What a loser! He's trying to like poke fun at this report. Not even poke fun. I'm just in a really mean-spirited way. I thought the question was totally fair too. By the way,
It's a valid question, man. You're a West Coast team coming to the Midwest to play in a hostile environment. You just played Michigan. Now you're playing MSU. Like,
you got destroyed.
what did
in
you
both
think of the
games.
Michigan State student section playing in front of that? I think it's a valid, like, it is a super valid question. It's super disrespectful as well.
Yeah, for him to be like, "There's cameras on, man." You're like, we can go back and no,
Yeah, you
dude,
did raise
we-
your voice at me.
we-
We could go back and, like, what are you talking about?
We know the cameras are on, and now everyone thinks you're a total loser. You know what that clip is? It's the clip of a broken man, a broken spirit. What a freaking loser this guy. There's no way this guy makes it another season, right? We've been making fun of him
See,
for these kind of press conferences for what, 3 years
He
now?
for sure, but like he has been successful at UCLA.
They
Like that's
suck.
the issue. I mean, they don't suck. They're like a decent team. in
Okay,
the Big
I've
Ten.
watched them twice this year, and both times they got annihilated.
Yeah, I mean they had a rough trip over here to the Midwest. That's for sure. I mean, getting beaten by a combined like 60 points. And he's had success at UCLA, like in terms of what that program has been, you know, in the 21st century. But yeah, like in general, I mean, just a major loser. Like there's always something with Cronin, and I honestly kind of respect the shtick of like I am an
I'm
asshole.
just a jerk.
Yeah, like I will just continue to be a jerk to everybody involved. But yeah, John said, who's worse, Cronin or Gottlieb? I mean,
No, Cronin.
what a competition between those two guys for sure.
This comes after he ejected his own player. I've never seen this happen before, I don't think. Ejecting your own player for hustling? For playing hard? It was I don't think it was a dirty play at all. I watched it back this morning. Did you think it was dirty? One of his players just comes running down and blocks Cooper. The game was over, but he undercut him a little bit, not in an intentional way. He went for the ball and he got a good chunk of the ball. Cooper kind of comes out, and then Mick Cronin just loses his mind and throws his own guy out of there. I don't think that was necessary either. You could have just sat him down on the bench, man.
Yeah,
Could have just subbed him out.
Like someone's bringing this up in the YouTube chat as well, and I completely agree. Like, why would you ever want to play for this guy? He goes to the press conference and just says, like, yeah, my team sucks. Like, he does that after every game they lose. He always says, like, yeah, my team, my players, they suck. They don't care. And then to eject your own guy, like, yeah, it was a flagrant foul. Yes, like you can't like take out a guy who's midair like that. Like you said, though, it wasn't this dirty play. He wouldn't have gotten ejected, you know? Like,
Just sit him down.
just
God,
like
this guy's a loser.
He's gonna get a T anyways. Like, yeah, it was just I would not want to play for him. And then he goes to the press conference, and it's just even more of a loser. It's just pretty good
Are
stuff.
you raising your voice at me?
Are you raising your voice at me?
Yeah, you are.
Gotcha. 989-837-6125. This is the Ben Bosscher Show, live here on 100.9 The Mitt. Show, as always, is brought to you by Bresky Siding and Building Repair. The experts who do the job right the first time. Whether you have a leaky roof, storm damage, the siding looking a little tired, Bresky's got you covered. Locally owned, trusted, and dedicated to keeping Midland area homes safe and looking sharp. Quality materials, skilled craftsmanship, and service that puts your family first. Don't wait for the next storm. Call Bresky Siding and Building Repair today and keep your home strong for years to come.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100. By Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
Welcome back in. It's the Ben Bosscher Show live here on a Wednesday. It's Big Win Wednesday. Means giving away a prize a little bit later on. 10:15, we'll do that. Until then, let's hit the news.
The Mitt's Morning Catch.
All right, let's hit the news. Man, it was a big Tuesday night in college basketball. There was a ton going on. Before we go into all of that, let's, of course, first take a look at the community calendar presented by Bresky Siding and Building Repair. The Chippewa Nature Center is celebrating 60 years of connecting people with nature today at their annual business meeting that's open to the public at 3:30. So if you want to go check that out, you can do that right here in Midland. Okay, so we obviously had Michigan beating Purdue, 1-7. You had Michigan State just destroying UCLA, which I guess we didn't spend a lot of time on the actual game of that, but you didn't really need to. I mean, it was just a blowout. Yeah, blowout right off the rip. So nice job for Michigan State to bounce back after their loss against Wisconsin. Speaking of Wisconsin, they get blown out by Ohio State, 86-69. And then we had another top 10 team in the Big Ten lose. Nebraska, number 9. They lose to Iowa 57-52. Did you see the clip of Fred Hoiberg just smashing the kid's phone? I mean, slapping the kid's phone out of his hand after the post-game line.
No, I did not see this. I'm going to try to find it right now because you told me about this, and I meant to go look, and then I forgot about it. This is funny, though. You know what? Good for him, because I think when someone shoves a phone in your face, and if it's within a foot, if it's within 12 inches of your face, you're allowed to just smack that thing as far as you can out of his hand.
Like, get out of his face.
You can't grab it and throw it, but if there's a phone that close to me, I think I have full permission to smack that thing away.
I think I agree. You can't put it in. If you're just like sitting there recording him and he goes at you, that's different. But
right,
I don't.
Different.
Yeah, I don't think anyone is mad at Hoiberg for this. I do want to ask you about this topic though, because this has kind of started a little bit of a flurry. So Iowa was 1.5-point favorites at home against Nebraska, and Iowa wins this game, and they storm the court.
Yeah, we got to raise the stakes for.
What is
storm?
And Ben
courting.
McCollum, the Iowa head coach, literally said in his press conference, like, he thought that was arrogant of the fans to storm the court in a conference game. I kind of agree in the fact of, like, should you be able to storm the court ever in a conference game? Like, you guys are in the same conference.
Yeah, like, I think if who's the worst team in the Big Ten? Always year in,
Minnesota
year out.
stormed the court when they beat MSU.
Yeah, I think that.
Maybe
you're right.
No, that one kind of made sense.
If someone like Minnesota, that's never really good, beats a Michigan who's number 1, I think it's fine. But I think we need to raise.
But Iowa's like top 25 team in Ken Pom.
Right. I think we need to raise the bar a little bit for what it takes to storm a court. It's happened one too many times.
Arizona State stormed the court, beating Texas Tech last night.
I was like,
Arizona State's bad, so that. Like, I kind of can see that one. I don't know. I find this tough because then you think of, like, Miami, Ohio is undefeated. If CMU beat them, like, of course you storm the court, man. That team's undefeated, But, like, I don't know.
It's just got to be rare for it to, like, truly make an impact. Like, I've only been a part of one court storm ever. And that was the Central Michigan toilet paper toss. And I hope the first one when they brought it back. And I hope in that, because they won on what essentially was a game winner, I hope there's not a storm court there for years.
Unless some crazy team comes in there and you beat them. But
correct.
Like that probably isn't going to happen. So, yeah, I think that I do agree. It's just hard to toe the line of, like, is this storm court worthy or not?
There needs to be, like, a Twitter account.
Yeah. That just like it should be announced. Like, yes, you can storm the court. This was a big enough win where you can, or it shouldn't be.
Yeah. There needs to be like a judge. Like, whatever judge let Trinidad back in, let's go to that judge and he can decide whether.
Why would we let him decide anything?
Because he's clearly an unbiased person in regarding to college athletics.
For sure. Yeah.
Didn't attend Ole Miss or anything like that. Didn't get his law degree there.
Okay, John does say conference games is the only time to do it because quality opponents are reserved for neutral site games in the non-con. That's fair, but I mean there is. Yeah, I guess that is fair.
That's true.
You don't bring in a good team to your home court if they're not in the conference. So
well, I mean Michigan State brought in Duke, but
yeah,
that's also
but, like,
not.
State was not going to storm the court if they won that.
You don't win in the Brazil. That should be the
top
mentality.
10 matchup. Yeah, like they're not storming the court. Nick says you should never storm the court if you're the favorite to win the game or the point spread is within a couple of points.
Agree there.
Isn't the whole thing, though, like the players probably shouldn't know I guess the fans know, though.
Yeah, the fans know.
And they're the ones storming the court.
I think there just needs to be a consensus. Like, anytime there's a potential, like, it's the second half or it's halftime and it's close, like, there just needs to be a quick jury of, like, deciding is like, hey, if they pull this off, this is court storm worthy. Someone let the student section know.
I like that. Yeah, we got to start a committee. Court storm committee.
Yeah, and it just consists of you and I.
Yeah.
Let us know at halftime of your game if you want to
Exactly.
storm the court. We'll decide whether or not it's worthy.
But yeah, as we said, a big night, not just in the Big Ten, but all around in college basketball. 7 different ranked teams lose last night. Pretty wild. You had a lot of upsets. St. Louis lost, Louisville lost, North Carolina continues to lose without Caleb Wilson on the court. So let's do one quick Big Ten standings update. As we mentioned, Michigan for sure locked up the Big Ten regular season last night. But
Whoa. Most likely. I mean, yeah, you're right. At least a share of it. The only team that probably has a chance is Illinois, who still has a head-to-head with Michigan, so that plays. But Michigan 15-1. Illinois is lone in second now at 12-3. And then you've got a 3-way tie between Purdue, Nebraska, and Michigan State, all at 11-4. Wisconsin's loss drops them to 10-5. But if Illinois wants a chunk of the Big Ten, they're going to need Michigan State to beat Michigan, and I don't know.
And then they have to beat Michigan, yeah.
And they have to beat Michigan.
Which they host them, so
I'm thinking about the State game because after that game played, I think I told you if those two teams played 10 times, Michigan State would be lucky to win 2. So I don't know, man. I think it'd be pretty shocking if Michigan didn't win the Big Ten.
I agree.
Outright.
Yeah, I agree. Which that's not an accomplishment to you, though, right? So we just have to move on to the.
No, hold on. I didn't say it wasn't an accomplishment. I just think the tournament is a significantly better, banner to raise than the regular season championship because you don't raise banners for regular season titles unless you win a division.
You know what else you're raising?
Are you raising your voice again?
That's a good one. It's a good one.
A couple more things here in the news, and then we'll save the rest for later. Mike Evans plans to return for his 13th NFL season this year. Was this ever a doubt that he was going to retire? I guess I didn't recall that there was a chance he was going to retire. But this is news, I guess, that he's coming back. So shout out to Mike Evans. Today we have Team USA versus Sweden on the men's hockey side. That's at 3:10. Pretty excited for this one because there's also nothing else going on today, so kind of have to be locked into this.
We got Lucas Raymond taking on Dylan Larkin and Team USA.
Who do we root for?
What do you mean, who do we root for? United States.
What if you're a bigger Lucas Raymond fan than Dylan Larkin fan? What if Raymond's your favorite player?
Then you root for the United States to win and Dylan and Lucas Raymond to score a goal and get a couple points? I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to toe the line there. The women's hockey team plays tomorrow in the championship, or for the the title.
Yeah, they're allegedly pretty good.
Allegedly.
I think they're pretty good.
Yeah.
I haven't really. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
All right.
I think I've been told they're pretty good.
Yeah. All right, that's it for the news.
Scoreboard says they're pretty good too. 989-837-6125. So watching Michigan last night, I think there was 2 things that I'd like to change about basketball. That's when we come back. I'll ask you this right off the rip, though, before, you can text in before we go to the break. If you could change one rule in sports, what would it be? I've got 2 for you involving college basketball when we come back. 989-837-6125. We'll take a look at the Mitt messages and some other things here on the Ben Bosscher Show in just a moment. Hey, if you're looking for workwear that actually works as hard as you got to check out Thomas Trading Post. They've been proudly serving the Tri-County for over 40 years, and when it comes to trusted brands and dependable gear, they know their stuff. In fact, they're the largest retailer of Carhartt in the area, which means they've got a selection of the materials you want, the quality you expect, all in one place. Whether you're on the job site or in the field or just need durable everyday apparel, Thomas Trading Post has you covered. Stop by today just north of the Midland Mire and see why they've been your favorite local shop for over a decade. Thomas Trading Post, built for work, built to last.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
Let's get to a couple Mitt messages here, and then we'll get into the rule changes. A couple messages regarding just the Michigan team, so we'll get to some of those. Rob from Saginaw says, yeah, this Michigan team is built different and plays team basketball. I love the way that they played last night. Completely shut down Braden Smith. Does Yaks win Big Ten Player of the Year? Yeah, I think he does. He doesn't have the best stats of anybody in the Big Ten. Braden Smith and Jeremy Fears both just have better just the box score stats than him. But I think by the time the season's done and Michigan has the significant lead that they do in Big Ten play, I think it just has to go to somebody on Michigan, and it probably just goes to Yaxel. Although, it's so much more of a team effort than just the Yaxel thing. I think this would probably still be the best team in the Big Ten without Yaxel, although he fills a role that they don't really have another player to do, that wing guy who can kind of do it all. So now I'm kind of talking to myself, yeah, maybe Yaxel's a lot more valuable than even we lead on for him to be. I think it should be Yaxel, especially after Braden Smith didn't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably Yaxel. I do think that there's still a case for a Keaton Wagler if Illinois can get themselves into a place to win the conference, and he's doing it as a freshman. And Michigan just isn't like a star player team. So, but yeah, I would say right now, of course, it's Yaks.
Another text that says Michigan Mercenaries as their nickname. That's not bad. Little long. And then a text regarding the Mick Cronin clip saying he was being asked about the Is Zone chanting for Xavier Booker. Sure. I think no matter what sort of question it was just an unwarranted response on behalf of our guy, Mick Cronin, who doesn't like it when you raise your voice at him. Okay, so rule changes. Matt Painter challenged something with 30 seconds left yesterday, and they were down by 10. They just clearly weren't winning the game. How about this as a rule change, just to speed up the last minute or so? Because the foul, the fact that the last minute can take 10, 15 minutes, it just slows the game down. I'd like to propose you are not allowed to challenge anything if you are trailing by 15 or more points, ever, at any point in the game. I'd also like to put this out there. You're not allowed to challenge anything in the first half. Let's just end first half challenges, end first half reviews. We're not spending 4 or 5 minutes looking at something, killing the momentum in these arenas, slowing down the game, dragging them on to where you're not going to miss this. You're going to miss the tip of the next game that's supposed to be on TV. Again, it kills you. No more reviews in the first half of anything, unless actually, you know what? I was going to say unless you're reviewing a flagrant. Just if you thought it was a flagrant, call it a flagrant. If you didn't, then it's not. When was the last time it was you?
So you can't use your challenge in the first half. You're saying
I would love no challenges in the first half,
and
I
no
would
reviews.
love no. When was the last time you just saw a ref go, you know what? That's a flagrant. It doesn't happen anymore, Kyle. If something's borderline,
well,
they go, we'll go
that's
review
the rule.
That's a stupid rule. I don't think there should be a flagrant 1 and a flagrant 2. There should be a flagrant and a common foul. And if you think in real time that it's excessive enough to be a flagrant, call it a flagrant.
Okay,
if not,
then
let's just move on.
Then how do you decipher what's ejection worthy and what's not? Because that's literally the definition of flagrant 1 and flagrant 2.
I think you just know it when you see it. I think the number one thing that kills basketball game is did he land underneath him or not? I don't know. We need to go look at the monitor to determine if this was flagrant or not. Who cares? Let's just move on. If you didn't think it was purposeful in real time, then it probably wasn't.
Right, but
let's just move on.
I get what you're saying, but the point of those flagrants, the ones that aren't intentional, are to try to get players to stop doing them. To land in a guy's area when he's shooting a jump shot. To take out a guy when he's in the fast break and he's off of his feet and you bump into him, whether or not it was on purpose or not.
Okay, then the refs need to do a better job of knowing the rule and seeing it in real time. I think that no, we have to go look at it, and
they have to go look at it.
That's just a bad rule.
Okay.
It slows down the game, is what I'm saying.
Sure.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to get angry.
Yeah. Wait. Are you?
Are you raising your voice at me?
No, I'm not. But it frustrates me to the nth degree that I watch these basketball games and it's hey, there's 15 minutes left. We just came back from our first media timeout, and now we're going to spend the next 4 minutes looking at every angle in slow motion, in real time, and we're going to rewind it, and we're just going to look at the same play for 5 minutes to determine whether or not this was flagrant or not. When in reality, it's like, who cares, man? This isn't going to impact the game.
I have something similar to that.
mind-blowing.
There should be a certain point in the game where if a team is losing by X amount of points with X minutes to go or whatever, like whatever the refs can determine, where they can just deny a challenge.
Yes.
You know,
This
Matt
would be great.
Painter wants to challenge it. Sorry, man, you're down by 15 with 2 minutes to go. You're not getting your challenge.
Yes.
You know, when the dude at the NIU game last weekend challenged with like 15 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, brother,
nah,
you're down
man,
by 35.
You can't challenge it. Like, you can't.
Yes. I think there needs to be some sort of threshold where if you're losing by a certain amount, man, you just don't have your challenge anymore. You're wasting everyone's time. You're wasting the workers, the fans, people who want to just go to bed.
People that want to watch MSU on Peacock.
Exactly.
You missed like the first 8 minutes of that game. It was ridiculous.
Matt Painter, no. You can't challenge this. I'm sorry. You're losing and you're going to lose in this challenge, whether it's reviewed in favor of you or anti-you. You are not winning this game. So, no, you're not allowed to challenge this. We're not going to go look at this.
Challenge denied.
Challenge denied. What a great rule change. I'd be in favor of just getting rid of reviews in basketball. It's the number one killer of momentum. Like, there's nothing I hate more than watching a game and then just having to sit there and be like, cool, can't wait to watch this 19 times as the broadcast deciphers what's going on. Like, maybe not get rid of all challenges. You get 1 minute max, 60 seconds max to figure this thing out. Or maybe better yet, you get to watch it 3 times. Pick your angles. You get to watch this thing 3 times. That's it. Because the longer you look at it, the more confused you're going to get.
Yeah, I struggle to like form an opinion on this because I do think it matters, and they just added the challenge to college basketball this year, so it's like they want, because then it just gives the coaches more reason to like complain and make excuses for stuff when clearly a call should be changed to this. You know, like if there is something that's very obvious it should be changed, I understand it, but like you said, when you take a play and you look at it for 3 whole minutes and slow it down as slow as it can go, like it just it kind of takes away the whole purpose of like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, the challenge is supposed to be, let me look at it. Did I get this call
for
wrong?
Sure. We got to change this. Yeah, exactly. When you have to do that, and then the rest will look at it, and then they'll stop looking at it, and they'll huddle on the court for another extra minute to talk
huddle
about it. Yeah, I struggle to form an opinion on it. I truly do see both sides.
No, I don't see the side of why it would be good for basketball to look at anything for more than a whole minute. Like, if you can't figure out in a minute, stick with the call on the floor. It's just the number one ruiner of basketball in 2026. It's incredibly frustrating. 989-837-6125. I want to define what success looks like for Michigan, and I want to go over more rule changes that you guys have proposed on our Mitt message line. That's when we come back, 10 o'clock hour on the way.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair.
Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt, WLUN, Pinconning Bay City, Saginaw, Midland.
All right, more rule changes, and then we'll define what success looks like for the Michigan Wolverines this year. Is it championship or bust? We'll see. What do people have to say? 989-837-6125. We got one text that says possession arrow. I would change the possession arrow rule. I think that's implying in college basketball, let's just do jump ball, like they do it in the NBA and in high school for that matter. I never understood why they do this either. Can we just jump every time? Maybe I get it in high school that, like, if there's a super tall kid, it's just kind of unfair that they'll win every jump ball. But in college, it's like, no, get your best jumpers out there. Let's go. Let's do a jump ball.
This does totally counteract your, like, let's speed the game up thing. Like, it certainly takes more time to gather the players together to line up for a jump ball than it does to just, hey, it's this team's ball. Let's go.
I suppose,
it definitely takes more time.
But minimal.
Right, it is minimal. And how many jump balls is there in a game? Like 3 or 4? You know, like there's not that many. So that's probably on the high side even.
Jeremy texting in saying baseball players being allowed to catch the ball with their hat. Is this not allowed? Well, I don't know.
That's a John question. I don't know that rule. You can't catch it with your hat? What if you drop your mitt? You can catch it barehanded, right?
Yeah,
is the hat counts as a prop or whatever?
You can. I think you can pin it against your jersey as long as it doesn't as long as it ends up in your mitt or in your hand. I didn't know that baseball players weren't allowed to do this.
I had no idea either.
You know that the hat in baseball is strictly the purpose of it is to block the sun. That's why baseball players wear hats out in the outfield and everything.
What else? What other purpose would it serve? Isn't that like the main purpose of?
I don't be wearing hats all that often to block the sun. I do it I don't know. My hair doesn't look that good today. Let me throw a hat on. That's why I wear hats.
Right.
The baseball players do it because of the sun.
Right.
Let's do. Rick says change MLB RBI scoring rules. MLB players also receive an RBI for a bases loaded walk or hit by a pitch. Yeah, but you didn't really hit anybody in. You didn't bat. I guess you walked him in. I'm not anti that rule.
I'm kind of with the rule too of I think a walk should count towards your total bases. The fact that a walk doesn't count towards your TB, I don't know. I think it should.
It's a good at bat.
It's a good at bat, man. You got on first. It doesn't count as a hit, so at least you're not. It's not like upping your average, but it's upping your on base percentage. It should count as a total base. That's how I feel.
I saw a good question when I was scrolling on Reels last night. Would you rather hit 250 but only hit bombs, or rather hit 500 and only hit singles?
Probably 250 and only hit bombs because your OPS is going to be out the roof. I mean, your OPS, if you're hitting 500 with only singles, is going to just be 500. It's
crazy. So. Every other at-bat you're getting on base, or every 4 at-bats you're hitting a bomb. Yeah, it's got to be the bombs.
It's obviously the bombs.
It's obviously the bombs. Dave says the kickoff rule has having to notify your opponent when you're going to do an onside a kick. So go back to the old kickoff rules, and you don't have to clarify when you're doing an onside.
Most people agree with this one, right? People want the old just to be able to do the surprise onside kick.
I don't hate the new kickoff rules because it leads to there's not as many touchbacks, but it feels like you can't really have one or the other.
Yeah, you're right.
You can't.
I don't know if I love the new kick. I don't know. Was there an issue with there being a lot of touchbacks?
Yeah, nobody would bring.
Is that an issue? Do people care about kick returns that much?
Well,
I care way more about the fact that every team starts with the ball on the 40-yard line.
Yeah,
stats are worse. It takes 2 first downs to get a field goal because every kicker can kick from 90 yards. I don't know. I think that's a bigger issue than people not returning kicks.
We were at such a dangerously low point for the kick returns, though. At such a low rate that people were asking whether or not they should be doing kick returns at all.
There's probably a way that they can tweak it a little bit. It definitely, I respect the NFL for making that rule, but it definitely can be tweaked.
But I don't know how they save the onside. You're either getting one or the other. Unless they do the onside that instead of doing a kick, because even when there was onsides, you can't recover them. Unless they do the 4th and 20 rule, which I am huge proponent for.
I think it's fun. It would just also result it's fun. I don't know how much I like it, but to this texter's point, how many times does a surprise onside kick even happen? Like most of the onside kicks we see are like, yeah, we kind of know they have to onside kick it, or they're lined up in the way that you would expect an onside kick, you know? Like the surprise onside kick is very rare.
Did the Lions did a surprise? No, did they do a surprise onside kick against the Bills, or did the rules had they already flipped?
No, they hadn't flipped then. I just can't remember if that was a surprise or on purpose though. I think that was just you could tell
there was
they
like
were
10 minutes
onsiding.
left in the fourth,
Yeah.
and we were like, we're not getting a stop. We're just gonna onside kick.
Dude,
it.
I
Thanks,
forget
Dan.
about that because everybody was so mad at Campbell, and I was like, honestly, we weren't getting a stop anyways. It gets us the ball back quicker. I don't really hate it.
Was that Thanksgiving or was that?
I believe that was the Thanksgiving game. Yeah,
Or was that
not
the
the
year
one
after?
last year. I think it was Thanksgiving.
No, I don't think it was. I think it was the one 2 years ago.
It could have been.
I don't. There's
We have
two
a
bad
couple
Bills
YouTube
losses.
ones if you want to go over those as well.
Yeah, hit them.
First off, replace 2 shot fouls with 1 free throw worth multiple points, either 2 or 3 points, to reduce game stoppages and adopt international rules.
So, no, the way that this is executed is if you hit the first free throw, you get both your points. If you miss it, you still get your second chance. Yes.
Oh, you still get the second shot.
Yes. It only can help the free throw shooter and speed the game up to where if you hit the first one, you get to – because the most annoying thing in college basketball, and we basically got this last night in the Michigan game, where it's just like, dude, Painter, like you're not winning this game. You're down by 10 with a minute left, but you can convince yourself like, hey, if we can get this to a 9-possession game, then it's just 3 shots away. And then it just ends up like being this excruciating long 20-minute process because it's just foul after foul after foul after foul after foul. And it takes 15, 20 minutes to play out the last minute of the game.
Right.
And in meantime, you never even cut it to a 2-possession game. That to me is mind-blowing. So, yeah, I think you make your first free throw and it counts as 2 would be an incredible process to speed the game up.
I dislike how high school sports has moved to this too, whereas college men's basketball is the only existing 1-and-1 sport nowadays. Like no other form of basketball has 1-and-1. I love the 1-and-1. Like I think the 1-and-1 should be at every level.
I like the not the NBA. I don't think it should be. In the
You don't
NBA.
think so? I think it should. I just think getting automatic to like I like when there's just a short span of 1-and-1. I don't know. I'm a huge proponent.
It's also
of
the only
1-and-1.
sport where there's halves rather than quarters to reset
Sure,
it. So
yes.
like you kind of have to have some sort of like.
I mean, you still like in the way it was in high school basketball. It was just the fouls totaled for the whole first half. They didn't reset
True.
at the end of the quarter.
but do they now? Is that what you're saying?
Now it's 5. It's just 5 fouls as double free throws, and that's it. You know, like that's just so it's like the NBA. Which I don't know. I just like the aspect of 1-and-1, making a guy. You got to make the front end. You know, that's how I've always liked it.
Steve says hard salary caps in each year in all the leagues. NBA, MLB, NFL, NHL. You can't spread salaries or bonuses out. Each team gets the same amount to spend. No kicking cans down the road.
Well, Tigers wouldn't have signed Framber Valdez then.
They went to, and I like how creative the NFL GMs can get with like maneuvering the salary. Like it makes the sport just as complicated as, you know, like the actual X's and O's of it. I like the aspect of that in the NFL. But yeah, I think we're trending towards that in Major League Baseball.
Everyone gets
without a
creative
doubt.
with it. Yeah, it's just it allows guys to be good at their jobs, you know, so that's kind of cool. We got a voicemail about a salary cap thing too. Do you want me to play that?
Go ahead.
Hi, I was just wondering if you guys thought that a salary floor would be more important than a salary cap in baseball right now as far as receiving luxury tax. I really think punishing the teams at the top for wanting to win and spending more is more harmful to the game than allowing teams like the Pirates, the White Sox, the Mariners, and Tampa Bay to sit at the bottom of the standings and have their owners only collect the luxury tax and profit-sharing profits. So I was just wondering what your guys' opinion was on that. Thanks. Bye.
For sure. Why are we mad at the Dodgers? It's the Pirates' fault that the Dodgers are allowed to do what they do. Because you know how the Dodgers wouldn't have been able to sign Kyle Tucker if there was a salary floor and the Pirates are like, well, shoot, we have to spend money somewhere. Let's just give it to Kyle Tucker and have an awesome outfielder. Like, you got to force the little teams to spend before you cut the big teams from spending.
Yeah, I think most people agree with this too. Like the issue is not the teams that spend money because you're allowed to spend money. You know, it's the teams that don't. That's why it's such a big deal in baseball. So whoever sent that voicemail, if you ever do, let us know your name. We agree.
Within the next few weeks, we should have our phone line as well.
Yeah.
So you can chat in real time. A couple more. Chris says NFL rule catch. Possession with 2 feet down. Eliminate the process of the catch. Eliminate surviving the ground. Yes, there'll be more fumbles, and I like it. I think the NFL catch thing is just so far lost that I don't know if we'll ever really be able to understand what a catch is anymore. I don't even think I get it, and I watch football every Saturday and Sunday for 18 weeks
I don't
a
think
year.
the people on TV get it. I don't think the players get it. No one knows what a catch is. We're still having the conversation of was Brandon Cooks a catch or an interception?
That's one of the ones too where I'm like,
I don't
still
know.
have no idea.
I have no idea, and I don't think anybody involved knows either.
That's also fits the example of hey, the longer we look at this, the more confused
Totally
we're all
does.
going to get.
But also, making a specific rule probably feels right because there isn't a rule on what is and isn't a catch. It's just kind of I think that
gotta
one's a
complete
catch.
the process.
And what's
of it.
there's no stamp down that is a catch or it's not. It's just it's all based off of each one.
Larry David said, Dave said.
Larry David.
Larry David said it in an interview, get rid of kickers. Field goals, extra points in football, it makes no sense. It'd be like in basketball if they randomly brought in baseball players to hit home runs instead of basketball games. It seems a little extreme.
See, some people hate the kickers. I've also seen the argument that overtime should just be kickers. It should be a kickoff. Boom, kick field goals until whoever can hit it deeper.
Like a penalty kick.
It's like a shootout. Yeah, exactly. But it's with kickers.
See, I also see the opinion sometimes that games shouldn't be decided by penalty kicks and shootouts. I love it. When I was a kid and I would go to the Griffins games, I grew up in GR, I would always pray to see a shootout. I love shootouts. Yeah, they're fun.
You should ask Dylan Clark about this, man. See what his opinion is on the shootouts.
I think I've asked him before. I don't remember his answer on it, though. I like them. I think if we could incorporate some sort of, what would be way better than any sort of Pro Bowl is having a kickoff like this. Just keep moving it back, see who's the best kicker in the NFL.
You know what? I could totally get behind that.
I would watch that.
I would watch that. I want to see, is Cam Little about to kick an 80-yard field goal? I would want to watch that.
Yeah, and, let him wind up. Let him take 5 steps.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be
game-like.
He doesn't have to wear pads. Just let him. I just want to see how deep of a field goal he can kick.
Yeah, can someone hit a 100-yard field goal with a running start? Probably not.
No way.
But I don't know.
No way.
I don't know.
Chris says he wants college basketball to go to 6 total fouls like the NBA. I don't think so. I think it's 1-2. The game is short enough still compared to the NBA. It's 8 whole minutes shorter. That's kind of why they get the extra foul.
Yeah, I do feel like fouling out is much more common in college basketball.
Of course. But also, don't foul 5 times.
6 is too many, but 5 is, it does feel like.
Sucks there's not a number in between them,
Yeah. It's seriously, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone there's one person in foul trouble for every game.
It feels like one guy on every team gets fouled out. And, if it's a good game, yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. 989-837-6125. This is the Ben Bosscher Show, live on 100.9 The Mitt. We still got to define what success looks like for Michigan here coming up. And we got to get to our guest that's coming up here in a moment as well. It's Big Win Wednesday. When we come back, we're going to give away $100 worth of Ford Corporation cards. All you got to do is text in 989-837-6125. We'll tell you that keyword to text in momentarily. This is the Ben Bosscher Show, live here on 100.9 The Mitt.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on one. Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
Big Win Wednesday, thanks to our friends over at Garber Chevrolet. This week, we're giving away $100 worth of Forward cards, and to help us out, Cody Gibson from the Forward Corporation is here. Cody, how's it going today?
I'm good, man. Thank you for having me. So happy to be here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the Forward Corporation, I had to have Sarah help me kind of explain this too, and I think a lot of people probably need. You guys do a lot of different stuff.
Yeah. So the company wears a lot of hats, right? So I think a lot of people that are familiar with our business know if when they cross kind of that Saginaw Bay City line, they see the Forward convenience stores, and I think a lot of people know that. So we have stores as far south as like Saginaw, all the way up to Alpena, Gaylord area, and that's just kind of one division. We have Forward Energy, which is our home heat and propane division, commercial and residential propane. We have TR McTaggart's a business-to-business, large-scale screen printing and embroidery company. We have 2 hotels in West Branch. We got a restaurant in West Branch. So, yeah, our boss tells us every time we start to kind of actually figure out every business that we do, we'll add a new one in to mix it up. So yeah.
You're the marketing director over there.
Yes, sir.
What does your job look like on a day-to-day?
Really just kind of, obviously marketing the businesses is the easiest way I could say it, but we wear a lot of hats too. So, social media to PR to creating content, to getting it out there, vendor partnerships, just trying to do the most that we can to make an impact in the community, make people known of what Forward is and what we do. So, what's your favorite part about the job? The people, man, honestly, just the people that we work with, even our partners and stuff like that. We're 5th generation, 100-year-old company. We celebrated our 100th year last year. And our employees are full of people that have been with us for 15, 20, 25 years. And to me, that really speaks volumes because people really enjoy what they do. And, just being a part of that is awesome, and being able to impact the community is really cool too. So
you guys have been around 100 years. We're going to give $100 worth of Forward gas cards out right now. You go ahead and pick the key word. Our guest for today. People got to text in a key word.
Let's go Forward.
Okay.
Is that basic?
No, I mean that's. I kind of set you up for just a
okay.
Forward thing.
I wasn't sure. Yeah.
Forward 989-837-6125. $100 worth of gas cards. Text in Forward to that number. We'll pick a winner here in the next 15 minutes or so. So you told me before we went live, big Lions person.
Yeah.
Big Lions fan. Disappointing season, but
yeah, tough year. But I think things are looking up, man. I think it's pretty exciting. I think to be a sports fan in the state of Michigan right now, just throughout, right? But I think Lions are trending up, man. Didn't go our way this year, but I'm hopeful for the coaching staff to get this thing on the rails, and been locked into the Pistons for the first time in years. Yes. And, I think Michigan football, fell upward, as they say. So I think there's a lot of things to look forward to there. So I'm pumped. As a sports guy in Michigan, man, I'm pumped because everywhere you look right now, everything's doing pretty good.
College basketball. Are we into the Michigan college basketball scene?
Yeah, I missed the game last night. I had some other responsibilities going on, but I saw we got the dub, and then we got another big game, Duke, right, coming up. Yeah.
In D.C., I don't know how that game got booked in D.C., because I think even the broadcast crew made a mistake last night. They're like, it's in New York, right? No, it's in D.C. I don't know how that game got booked, but that should be one of the biggest. I can only imagine that's going to be one of the most watched games of the entire regular season.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm pumped for that, for sure. Yeah.
Boozer and Yaxel going head-to-head, 2 of the top 4 teams in the country. And then on the Michigan football side of things, have you been following the story that's going on right now with Sharon Moore? The constant updates that we're getting with this?
So I caught a little bit of his hearing yesterday, right? And from what I took of it, they thought that the communication and the things that were happening were work related, and so they thought that maybe he didn't get due process in his case or something of that nature, right? So
and something that he shouldn't have been, he was wrongfully arrested. I was like, what are we still doing? What are we doing here?
Yeah.
This story's old. Why is this still a thing?
It's kind of lingering, for sure. So I mean, I'm ready to turn the page on all that, man. Those few years between the Stallion stuff and Sharon and everything, it's like, let's just get back to football and back to our winning ways. And I really like Whittingham, and I like the staff that he's brought in. So I think things are really looking up for them too.
For the Lions, where do you want to focus with the draft? Pick 17. What's the ideal position to attack?
I think someone across Hutch would be pretty sweet, right? So I think defensively would probably be a good place to start personally. But I think we're right there, man. We got to stay healthy. I think that's the big thing. So, if we can keep our team healthy and get some good picks, I still believe in Brad Holmes. I think we're going to be all right.
It's frustrating too, though, for 3 years in a row where it's like, we just got to stay healthy. It's like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Why can we never stay healthy?
Yeah. What is the issue? Because we're continuously the most injured team, it seems like, every year. Yeah.
Us and the 49ers, who they've got the excuse that they're playing. Have you seen this story?
No,
that their
I don't think
practice
so.
facilities next to this like
I have
electromagnetic
heard
field.
Yeah, something was
It's like, wait a minute.
like it's causing issues within the body, and that's why. Yeah, I have heard that. I think. Yeah.
And now it's making me wonder, like, Ford Motors. What's going on there?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Too many injuries with this team. Cody, marketing director over at the Forward Corporation, gave us the keyword to text in. Again, that's forward. Just text in forward to 989-837.
He put me on the spot. Yeah.
6125. So you have been following the Pistons too?
Yeah, as much as I can. Yeah. I was like years and years ago. I was I mean, like the era of Rip Hamilton, Chauncey Billups, and that was my era. And I really grew up like as a Pistons guy, and then I just completely fell off. And I knew we
don't
started.
Blame you.
Yeah,
we don't blame you.
Right. I mean, it was terrible, and I know we started to kind of get some steam, started to do good, and so I've been trying to be a little bit more locked in, but. It's still kind of hard to find the Pistons game to even watch because I don't have all the FanDuel. You know what I mean? That's a whole nother topic too.
I think that's the most frustrating part for NBA like consumers right now. It's like, okay, this upcoming weekend, it's like tomorrow. I'm pretty sure the Pistons play on Amazon Prime, and then they're going to play on the FanDuel Sports Network, and then they've got games on. What do they have? An ESPN game coming up too, Kyle?
Peacock. They'll play on Monday against San Antonio. Like it's on everything.
Yeah, so you got to have all these different subscriptions to watch it, which is frustrating. Which is, I think, part of the reason why the NBA doesn't draw as much as as much as they would like to with media rights deals that they ended up getting. Cody, again, marketing director over at the Forward Corporation. What's something that people might not know about the Forward Corporation? Because again, you said many hats, convenience stores, screen printing, Subways. Like, what's the number one thing that people are like? Wait a minute, that's also Forward?
I think, not to go back on it, but I just think a lot of people hear the Forward name and they see like just the convenience store side of it, but it's so much bigger than that, I know even when I got the job and I first came in, I was like, wait, we own that, we have that, we do this, we do that, and so, it's really a large conglomerate of businesses, and in fifth generation, 100 years, I think is something that really is cool too, right? There's not a lot of companies that can really even make it that far. So,
how long have you been there?
I started in April of 24, so I'm coming up on 2 years already. It feels like it was yesterday, but yeah, it's I love it, man. It's really good people. They've been great to me, and like I said, and just being able to help them kind of make an impact in the community, and it's been awesome. It's been a good experience.
Well, Cody, I appreciate you coming on with us. We're going to pick a winner here during this commercial break. We'll text our winner. Just make sure you get a confirmation text back to us after we select you. Cody, good catching up.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Thanks for having me. Appreciate
absolutely. 989-837-6125. This is the Ben Bosscher Show. It's Big Win Wednesday. Thanks to our friends over at Garber Chevrolet. We're giving away Forward gas cards today, $100. You've got another 60 seconds or so to text in. Again, 989-837-6125. Just text in the word Forward. We'll be back after this quick break.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt. by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
All right, congrats to our winner. We reached out to them. We're going to keep communicating with them if that's you to get you hooked up with those gas cards. So appreciate everyone who texted in. Again, Big Win Wednesday every Wednesday thanks to our friends over at Garber Chevrolet. Next week, we got some good stuff in store as well. So going to want to stay tuned for that. Okay. In the meantime, let's take a trip around the league.
It's time to zoom out and go around the league.
All right, Kyle, here's what I got for us today. Best free agency fits. Free agency really only 20-ish days away, creeping up really quick. So I've got the top free agents, the biggest stars. Where would be the best fit? This is an ESPN list, but I just want to ask you what you think the best fit for each of these players would be. Deal?
All right.
Number one, Trey Hendrickson. Got Lions fans know well.
Lions. No,
It's got to be a team that can afford it.
So a team that was connected with Hendrickson was, of course, the Dallas Cowboys at the trade deadline. It makes sense, right? They have money. I know George Pickens is going to be, doing whatever he's going to be doing with Dallas, and he's going to have that contract dispute probably coming up. Dallas just immediately is a team that pops out to me, though, right? I know they added Quinnen Williams, but, just to add an edge rusher on that line, they have cash. It's the Dallas market. I don't know. I think I rock with the Cowboys.
Trey Hendrickson, Quinnen Williams, and Kenny Clark all on the same defensive line. That's not nothing.
Better than just having Micah Parsons, who's injured.
It's not nothing.
Right?
I'm just
Jerry
saying.
Jones was right? Is that what we're saying here?
I mean, their defense kept them out of the playoffs.
Correct.
Where I like that fit. ESPN says the Colts. Not bad.
I mean, the Colts kind of have to do, they have to really fight for this all-in thing.
Yes.
So
they got to, double down.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would respect it if the Colts did it for sure.
Next one, George Pickens. Who's their best fit?
I mean, the Cowboys obviously is a pretty good one. But as far as, outside of the Cowboys, I mean, what team is going to pay a wide receiver one that type of money? If you don't truly think he's, the stud wide receiver one, right? The Pats, the
Patriots, but I don't know if they'd want to bring in a guy like George Pickens.
What about the Steelers?
They kind of need a receiver.
Just a joke. No, I mean, the Patriots is the one team that you're they could use a receiver. Diggs is still
the Bills.
Yeah, but they're not
really
going to have
afford
the
it.
money. Yeah, and the Pats also, Diggs is making a good amount of money. So,
which is funny because I don't really know who's under these massive contracts on the Bills. It's I know Allen's paid and I know Cook's paid. Where is all this money?
Ed Oliver's getting paid a ton.
Right.
It's just guys all over. But I think the fact that Cook is paid as much as he is kind of the main reason why they are in such a tough situation, because it's the spot that not a lot of teams spend a lot of money in. So
the third best player on the list is Tyler Linderbaum, and I know every Lions fan's going to be pissed when he signs elsewhere. I just don't think the Lions are going to be able to afford it.
I don't think they're going to have the cap. Yeah, it's a dream. Here's this. Wait, what did they have for Pickens, by the way?
The Cowboys.
Oh, okay, yeah. Lindenbaum. Lions sign him, and that's it. That's the only offensive line move they make this offseason.
I'm
happy,
fine with it.
not happy.
Oh yeah, very happy.
Yeah, they don't even the first round pick gets used on a defensive player or something.
Sure, fine with me. You just brought in the best center in free agency.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome.
I think he's just going to end up back in Baltimore.
That's my whole thing. Everyone just thinks he's going to be available. Why would Baltimore not pay him? Maybe because they didn't extend him already, so there's something weird going on?
So here's the thing with the fifth-year option that everyone fails to realize. They declined it because it takes into consideration all offensive linemen payment. So he'd have to be, the top 5 highest paid offensive lineman average for this year. Now you're bringing in the tackle salaries to match it. That just gets too expensive for a center. He'd be the highest paid center in the NFL on the 5th year.
People just fail to forget that because they don't know anything about anything.
Most of you guys don't know really much about anything.
Thank you, Amon-Ra. Number 4, Daniel Jones. Best fit?
I mean, obviously the Colts. There's no chance he ends up anywhere else. Right?
Yeah.
Probably just on another 1-year deal with the Colts as well.
Maybe a 2-year deal.
Is he? What was his injury? ACL?
Yes.
So is he going to be good week 1 or no?
Achilles.
Is he going to be okay? Is he going to be good to go right at the start of the year?
I would have guessed
so,
no.
Right?
I would guess no.
Yeah, you're probably right. I guess it happened later in the year.
Because it wasn't Achilles.
So we about to get some AR-15 action?
Yes.
Please? I have him in multiple Dynasty leagues, please?
Buy low. Breece Hall, number 7 on this list. I think there's a pretty obvious choice.
I mean, the Chiefs are going to be the team that everyone throws out there.
However, they could just end up with Jeremiah Love.
Right, exactly. The Vikings are a team as well that I think just adding a running back, and oh my goodness, I'm a little bit nervous. I think he goes back to the Jets. Why would they not have just traded him at the deadline if they're just going to let him walk in free agency? I think they actually give him a contract.
Mike Evans.
Well, what's your Breece Hall one? Was it to the Chiefs?
Yeah, it's to the Chiefs. But
Yeah.
but at the same time, like, if they don't draft Breece Hall, isn't that kind of a telltale sign that they're going to take Jeremiah Love? I don't see why they couldn't do both, to be honest.
I mean, it'd be kind of weird to draft a running back in the first round and sign Breece Hall.
It's not like Breece Hall is going to be crazy expensive.
They could do neither. You know, like
that's also true.
Yeah.
The guy who's not retiring, Mike Evans.
So he's a free agent.
He is a free agent.
There's no way he's anywhere else other than Tampa, but also
Buffalo. Come on, go play with Josh Allen.
Buffalo would be sick, man. Like, he is kind of the receiver that would be great on the Bills.
Yeah.
Just as much as Josh Allen loves to air it out down the field. Like, him in the Keon Coleman role. And they have Igbuka and McMillan in Tampa Bay. Like, they could afford to get off him, but Mike Evans in anything other than a Bucs uniform just feels wrong.
No, I'm all in on seeing him play for Buffalo.
That'd be cool. No, I'm with you. That'd be fun.
Malik Willis. He's going to be the starter somewhere.
Yeah,
I'm convinced.
He is, and I don't see it. I'm not in on the Malik Willis hype. I think he's just the guy that is a free agent that had a game or two where people were like, "Whoa, could this guy be a starter?" I'd much rather go get Mac Jones. I still think he is the Atlanta quarterback, though. I think he's the Atlanta guy. They don't have to trade for somebody, so they don't have to give up picks.
So they're just committing to being bad again?
I guess so, unless they can convince ourselves Malik Willis is better than Michael Penix.
I think it's Miami.
Yeah, I could see that too.
Just like, whatever. This is a throwaway season anyway. We're not signing a quarterback or trading for one, so let's just...
Can't be anything on more than a 2-year deal. Like the Fields contract kind of thing for Willis, I think would be fine.
I think the Jets would make sense for him as well. Kenneth Walker. I think he just has to go back to Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle cannot let him... Like, you have to overpay almost. He was the Super Bowl MVP, man.
Yeah, you can't let him walk.
Yeah.
Romeo Dobbs, a free agent.
Big helmet.
Big helmet.
Big helmet.
I just don't have one, to be honest.
I don't. Do I care?
No.
Yeah.
Khalil Mack. This is actually kind of an interesting Lions one.
It is. Similar to like the Bills signing of Joey Bosa last offseason.
Correct.
Like this vet guy
who's also a free
dealt
agent
with a
on
ton
this
of
list.
injuries. And Bosa was actually like pretty fine for the Bills as well. Like stayed healthier than I think most people thought. Yeah, I mean Mack to Lions would be cool. Like I'd be down. I don't know what his price tag is nowadays. Maybe the Commanders sign him to add to their super old defense.
Here's another good one. Travis Etienne. Is this the Kansas City running back, actually? Because Travis Etienne, I think, is better than Breece Hall.
Yeah, oh yeah, he is. Man, Lawrence gonna let his boy Etienne go though? Like those guys are boys.
I don't think they're gonna pay him.
Yeah, they did also draft what's his face too, Tootin.
Tootin?
Yeah.
What's he be doing? He be tootin'. Number 38 on this list, it should be known, is Joey Bosa, and the best fit is the Detroit Lions.
Oh.
Would you be down for this?
I mean, why not? Like I think if you're gonna bring in someone opposite of Hutch, I think a vet like makes the most sense, and that's kind of what they've liked doing in the past. You know, with the Zadarius Smith stuff. I mean, Al-Qadim Muhammad was a vet, just not as notable as those other guys, of course. So, I think bringing in a vet rather than a rookie is probably something they'd rather do.
My issue is he's still not a long-term option at that position.
Sure, but
he's not a 3-down guy.
I don't know if they're searching for. Yeah, I think that's bigger, like the 3-down guy. I don't know if they're searching for the long-term option, honestly.
He forced 5 fumbles last season.
Bosa did.
Yeah, my God.
He was like how many games he play?
15.
Yeah, like
only had 5 sacks.
I was about to say, like I'm pretty sure he played almost the whole season. Yeah, good for him.
9 TFLs, so 4 extra ones other than the sacks. 5 forced fumbles is a lot, man. Jeez. Does that mean every sack he had, he forced a fumble?
I mean, it could have just been on like tackles.
I know, but still.
That would be actually awesome, though, if that was the stat.
Every time you sacked a quarterback,
it's
he
just
fumbled.
a guarantee.
That's like a Madden superpower.
Yeah, it is. Like his X Factor, yeah.
Yeah. What do they call that one? Earthquake? Or like Enforcer?
I like Earthquake. That's pretty good.
989-837-6125. This is the Ben Bosscher Show, live here on 100.9 The Mitt. That is Around the League, presented by our friends over at Aaron Insurance.
Did our winner reach back out yet?
They did. I know who it is. I'm hesitant to say their first name because I think I'm going to mess it up.
Oh, just do it anyways.
Olive? Is it Olive?
Is it spelt like the food, Olive?
Olyve?
Yeah, I would assume that's Olive. Yeah.
Olive. Okay.
I would assume
I
it's
just wasn't
Olive.
sure. So
Hey, shout out to Olive.
yeah, Olive's going home with $100 worth of gas cards. That was Around the League, presented by Aaron Insurance with Farm Bureau. They understand not everyone's insurance needs are the same. They want to work personally with you to create something best suited for your needs, whether it's life, home, auto, fiscal insurance. It's all available with the Aaron Insurance Group with Farm Bureau. The team's got over 100 years of combined experience. They know how to put you in the best position possible. The experience matters, and that's why the Aaron Insurance Group with Farm Bureau Insurance is the way to go, serving the Tri-Cities with locations in Bay City and Saginaw.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9. by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
Nine 837-6125. Welcome back in. This is the Ben Bosscher Show. We are live on 100.9 The Mid. I don't want to call this breaking news, but we have like something kind of weird going on that we are getting reports of. 2 men arrested on armed robbery and kidnapping charges have been allegedly linked to Terrion Arnold, according to Fox 13 News. What does that mean, linked to? So he's not down there. He's not arrested or anything, but he's linked to some armed robbery. That could mean anything. That could mean it's his, friend's cousin.
Right.
Or that could mean, like, I don't even want to throw the opposite out of what it could mean, but, like, that's a weird report to get in the middle of a day. Slow day in the news?
Yeah, I guess so.
In the sports cycle?
We obviously will update everyone if anything else is going on. It sounds like this happened last night, and it's just kind of we're hearing reports about it now. So, yeah, this is interesting stuff. Well, hopefully we get some more news on this.
I'll make a rule change the way that we cover sports media-wise.
Yeah, don't tweet anything out until we know.
Yeah. You know who the biggest culprit of this is? The man who changed it all. There's actually 2 guys.
Shams?
It's Shams
Yeah.
and it's Jordan Schultz on the NFL side. They completely changed the way the NFL's covered because now it's just like, oh, you got to be the first one to it. Brother, you don't have a story. What is this Giannis situation got so out of control? That never would have happened if Woj was still around.
Right. I mean, during the trade deadline when Shams tweets out a trade that's happened and then doesn't say what the other team got in the trade for a good 10 whole minutes till after he tweets it out initially.
Why can't you have just waited,
wait,
bro?
Man. No one else is going to tweet it out, you're not competing with anyone.
It's incredibly frustrating. Chris Haynes would be the only person he's competing with.
Sure.
But I guess.
Haynes kind of just tweets about all of his own guys, though. It's not really. He's just tweeting about, all news, so.
It's ridiculous the way
is.
that we're in such a rush to be the first one out there, and it's created this culture where, I'm guilty of it. If I got to know by 9 o'clock in the morning. But for some reason, I feel like I got to know instantaneously, which is why I have all these notifications on for Twitter and these guys that I'm complaining about, but I have them on anyway because I don't want to miss out on it. But that's kind of the culture we live in 2025, unfortunately. I don't love it. But
I have a fun thing that I saw this proposed on social media. If you're in a group chat with your friends, one of them should be the designated Adam Schefter of the group chat. Not just for sports news, for all news. Your homeboy can't make it to the golf trip this weekend. He's not texting in the chat himself and saying that. He's letting Adam Schefter know so he can announce it to the group chat. Sources are telling me that Troy didn't make it to, You know what
pisses me off in the group chat? When people try to announce Schefter's news as if I don't have the notifications on, or all of us don't have the notifications on. They go right to group chat. Whoa! Look what happened. We know. We all know. Form an opinion.
See, I do be doing that sometimes, though, if it's crazy news and I would just want to react to it. But I'm not trying to tell everyone I saw this before you,
I don't like when people do that, and I don't like the immediate all caps I hate this.
Right.
This sucks. Yeah, that pisses me off too. I need to gather my thoughts, form an opinion.
Yeah, Pistons traded Cade for Anthony Davis. You got to form your thoughts, though.
no, that's a little bit different. I think I'd quit the show.
Yeah.
If Cade Cunningham got traded for Anthony Davis the way that Luka did, I think I'd actually quit, go venture off into Canada and never be seen again. It's you know what? This just isn't worth it.
Yeah, the fact that we
had
had
too much
that
time and emotion into this.
We had that 1 year ago today, happened a couple weeks back, of the Luka trade, and it just thinking about when that happened, I don't think I'll ever experience that again. Of just I'm so I will not believe it. Everyone, I was watching UFC. I was with some of my friends, and everyone was freaking out, and I'm just guys, this is fake. He got hacked. Stop reacting to this. And then
Luka would never get traded.
And then even the this is real tweet. I was he would never tweet that. He would never say that. No, this is real. That's some Rappaport stuff. He would never do that. And then you finally start to realize oh no, this actually is real. Wait, what?
Yeah, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. No, that now that Cade is playing at the level he has, it is kind of a 1-for-1 comparison if they just like traded him away after he went to a finals.
Yeah, I was going to say, now imagine if the Pistons went to the finals
this
and
year,
then they did it.
lost, and then next year in the middle of the year we traded him away.
Yeah.
That's like what happened, which is insane. It's just still insane to this day.
But Cade plays defense, though.
Cade does play defense, though, which is why it'd be even crazier. But they got their Cooper Flag guy, so be it. Any final rule changes that you'd like to get off your chest before we put this topic away for a little bit?
I mean, I think we kind of covered all of them. I think there's some that are minor things that, of course, need to be changed about a lot of different sports, but I think all of the major stuff has been, like, to me, when I think of rule changes, I think of things about in the game, not about necessarily like the cap stuff that we talked about, which of course is rule changes and everything, but I think about like actual in-game adjustments that need to be made. And I don't know, I don't really think there is one. Like the reviews, of course, is the number one thing that everyone thinks about.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I don't mind your like no reviews in the first half thing. I don't mind it. Like I understand why you would think that. But yeah, I think I've kind of covered all of mine. Do you have any other ones?
We got the catch, no catch. I think my biggest thing is just like you can't review something for more than a minute. You have 1 minute to look at this thing. Or you have 2 angles to look at or something like that, because it freaks. I hate it when we just look at it and it gets more and more confusing as you look at it. Like this happens in basketball just as much in football, where it's like out of bounds on this person. They do this and they challenge it, wave their finger in the air, and then you look at it and it's just like, dude, it's impossible to tell. It hit both of their fingers, and who it touched last is it. You can look at this. We can zoom in. We can look at it. We can slow it down. Nobody's gonna figure it out.
That's actually a rule change I would make. I think Nick Wright proposed this quite some time ago, so I'm stealing this from him.
Yeah. If you do this,
if a player does this and the team has their challenge, boom, that's a challenge. It's like throwing your challenge flag. You can't take it back.
Yeah.
I think
so
that
no
should be
more
the rule.
doing,
because that's my
radio
least
people
favorite.
Were doing
that is
wagging.
my least favorite thing ever, dude. You watch a game, you go to a game. I consume a lot of basketball, and the amount of times that I see this it's the most. Like, stop, dude. Just stop doing it.
You didn't see it, bro.
You didn't even see it. You're just doing it because your boy's doing it, and he's only doing it because he has no idea. You know, like, I can't stand the challenge notion. So, yeah, I think that should be the rule. And that's a rule you could easily implement. Oh, you're challenging? You want to challenge it? Okay. Because if I call a timeout, if I look at the ref and I do this,
it's a timeout.
It's a timeout. What is it? He has to, like, check with the coach if they want to call a timeout? No. That's not how that rule works. So why is the review thing not the same way?
Yeah, the players are allowed to do it nonstop, and it's not like, come on, that's a challenge. Nick Wright in his bag.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that one.
That's almost as good as him suggesting that
nope,
the All-Star game should be black guys versus white guys, which is maybe the bravest and most boldest thing someone's ever said on a sports podcast. That also is just a great idea.
It's just not.
I think it is.
All right.
We got to move forward in the world, you know? I think it'd be awesome.
Is that moving forward in the world? Opposing them against each other?
It's all for the fun of the game. I think it'd be fun. 989-837-6125. 11 o'clock hour on the way, presented by Yetter Insurance. We are live right now on YouTube, Facebook. I haven't checked the YouTube channel in a while, so I'll check that here in the break, see if anything's going on in there. If you have not liked yet today's live stream, please go ahead and do that on the YouTube side of things. Subscribe if you have not already either. We can hopefully get this thing growing as big as possible by the end of February and by the end of the year, really just forever. Let's keep this thing growing. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok as well. Follow us there. All right, 11 o'clock hour. We'll circle back to the Michigan Wolverines. We've got our nickname set for them. All right, if you missed it in the top hour, we'll tell you what that new nickname is here momentarily. It's the best team in the country, guys, and it's a blessing to watch them. So let's recap their win last night when we come back.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair.
Electric Studios. This is Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt, WLUN, Pinconning Bay City, Saginaw, Midland.
Welcome back in. Ben Bosscher Show, live here on 100.9 The Mitt. Michigan. I mean, they destroyed Purdue last night. I know this final score ended up being a little bit closer than, you would think. But they dominated that game from start to finish in my eyes. The Nasty Nine is what we're calling this team going forward because they've got 9 guys that are willing to contribute in a big-time way between the 3 guys in the front court and Yaxel, Merez, and Ademera, which I think is just their number one reason why this team's become a cheat code. They've just got too much size. They overwhelm everybody. Then they've got the guards in Cadeau and Burnett and McKinney, all of which contribute in a big way. And then they've got Kaysen as well coming off the bench as this awesome guy. Cheddar would be the 9th as well. So, yeah, the Nasty Nine, I love it. They had 6 guys last night in double figures. It's incredible how it's like you figure out how to stop one guy, and it's like, cool, now figure out how to stop these other 4 guys that are going to be playing in the NBA one day. It's ridiculous. It's genuinely a cheat code.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we've kind of started to have the conversation of, is this team unbeatable? And it's the middle of February, and they're ahead of playing another top 3 team in the country. So, like, it feels like a little premature maybe after that Duke game. But, like, we are a game away from talking about, like, all-time team regular season talks with Michigan, which is crazy to say that. And obviously you have to finish out the season, but just from a regular season perspective, it feels with the amount of impact guys that they have, there's no way that all of them have an off game. Like it seems impossible. And, of course, they did lose a game to Wisconsin. I don't think that was a result of all of them having an off game. They definitely weren't, like, all playing 100% great, but Wisconsin also just is the most live or die by the 3 team in the country. They lived a lot by it that night.
You also just by rule can't go undefeated. It's just not allowed. You got to have one loss at some point.
It's a good
if
point.
You're going to win the national championship.
Yeah.
What do you think about my take that this decade, so like starting 2020, the only team that could run with them is the 2023 champs UConn, who just like clockwork destroyed everybody they played? Because I think that's kind of the direction we're heading into Michigan, where it's like,
the direction we're heading in. I don't want to answer it because they could just lose to Duke Saturday, and then we're like, is Duke now all of a sudden the best team we've seen in the last several years? So like,
good point.
I don't want to say that yet. Now if they beat Duke and take care of business there, like, because I like this game is nice for them because it doesn't matter for their Big Ten standings. Of course, we talked about this yesterday, how the Purdue game is much more important for the impact of Michigan's season. But it's so nice to get a team that you would play in the Final Four, that you would play in the national championship game at this point in the year. Like, a lot of people have frustrations with these late season non-con games. And yeah, I would agree if you're a team that's like on the bubble fighting to make the tournament. Yeah, this game is pointless for you. But for a team like Michigan and for Duke, like this could be a national championship matchup. Like, you're getting that experience not in November when it doesn't really matter because we don't know the true version of these teams. We know the true version of Michigan. I mean, Matt Painter said it. Like, there's a reason they're number one, that you would rather be number one at this point in the year than preseason. And so to get that matchup, to get that experience of playing who you would probably play in the Final Four is just, like, invaluable at this point in the year.
Let's take a listen to what Matt Painter said about the Michigan Wolverine squad after yesterday's win, where, again, I just didn't think it was close throughout 99% of the game.
Our goal was to win the Big Ten. These dudes ain't losing 4 games. We got 4 losses. They ain't losing 4 games. That's just that. That's reality. That's why they're ranked the way they are. Because, like, you can be preseason number 1 in the country. That means nothing. But when you're in the middle of February and you're number 1 in the country, it means a whole lot because you earned that one.
Yeah, I'm with this guy. I have a crazy hard time envisioning them losing one more game the rest of the way. One more conference game the rest of the way. I guess the Duke game is a little bit up in the air. But, man, like, now that I'm allowed to officially think about the Duke game, Cam Boozer's this bully. I mean, he's bigger than everybody. He gets downhill. When he takes a jump shot, like, it's not like
he's going to win the National Player of the Year.
Yeah, it's not like he's going to be a top 3 pick. And it's not like he can't shoot, but when he shoots, you, like, feel relieved because of how much pressure he puts on you driving to the rim. I think Merez Johnson might be the perfect guy to guard him. Like, if I had to pick one player in college basketball where it's like, oh, just throw this guy in Boozer. Like, he won't be able to bully everyone that way. I mean, he's got an NBA body, right? Like, he's just got a more physically mature body than everybody in college basketball, except for Morez Johnson, because that guy's also just a brick of a human being. I can't think of a more ideal person to throw at him. The super long wingspan, the enormous chest, the big broad shoulders. Like, and then if you get by him, you got to go to the 7-foot guy, the 7'4" guy. I feel pretty good about, like, I feel just as good about picking Michigan to beat Duke as I did Purdue. And that was my lock of the day yesterday. Like, we both kind of felt pretty good about picking Purdue.
Right. And like,
or picking Michigan.
There's a lot of boxes you can check with, like, what it takes to be a national champion. And this Duke one, I know you had the thing yesterday where it's like you felt like that was the last thing for them was to beat Purdue, go on the road. They have the two maybe best road wins of any team all year at MSU and at Purdue. Now's the last check, I think, or the last box to check on Saturday is like a team, like we said, that you'd face in the Final Four, but it's at a neutral site, just like you're going to play in the Final Four, just like you're going to play in any game in the tournament.
And I'd imagine Michigan is more so the away team.
Yeah, but also, like, does that matter for them? Because they went to Purdue and it didn't matter. The home team gets on a run. Michigan shuts it down. That line has gone up, by the way. It's 2.5 now instead of 1.5.
For Michigan.
Seems fair because Michigan destroyed, not destroyed, but
I think they
handled Purdue. Duke destroyed Syracuse on Monday. That was a destroying game. But, yeah, I think this is going to be the game to determine the number one overall seed in the tournament. Michigan still has some tough games left after this one. Duke, they probably won't lose outside of this game the rest of the way. So this is going to be one of the best regular season college basketball games we've seen just because of the point of the year that it is. Because we can go back and compare when MSU played Duke. I think there's a lot to take away from that game because MSU shut down Boozer in the first half. He had 0 at halftime, and then he comes out as a great second half. They find a better way to get him utilized. That game was also in November when we didn't know a lot about both. I mean, we knew about both teams, but this is the time of the year when you understood how good teams truly are, what they're good at, and how much you trust them going into March. You trust both of these teams a hell of a lot. And so the outcome of this game is going to, for me, it's going to determine a lot how I feel about how I'm going to fill out my bracket and stuff like that. And if Michigan really is this all-time team in the terms of the 21st century in college basketball, the last decade, whatever we want to call it. The best Michigan team we've ever seen. Like, is it reaching that level? I know there's a ton of really good Michigan teams in the past. I don't want to disrespect those, but like,
here's the thing that we haven't done yet. We haven't defined what success now looks like for this team going forward. And I feel like we need to write that down and like actually have an answer because obviously they've had a successful regular season. They're probably going to win the Big Ten title in the regular season. But like beyond that, is it championship or bust? Do you care about the Big Ten tournament? Like what does this team have to do in order to ensure that it's a successful season, even with the 25-1 start that they've had? Like now the field goal post has been moved in a big-time way. So what does that look like now? 989-837-6125. I'll answer that question when we come back. The 11 o'clock hour, as always, is brought to you by Yiter Insurance. Life happens fast. And at Yiter Insurance Group, they're here to make sure you're covered every step of the way. Locally owned and trusted in Midland for decades, they treat you like family, not just another policy number. From home and auto to business and life insurance, Yiter is the right coverage for every stage of life. Their team makes insurance simple with expert advice and real people that you can actually talk to. That's Yiter Insurance Group. They'll be there when you need them since 1940.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair. Built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
All right, welcome back in. This is the Ben Bosscher Show live here on 100.9 The Mitt. We got to define what success looks like for this Michigan Wolverine team. Is it championship or bust? Yes or no? Like, let's just start there. Does the only way that success is now deemed a check for the Michigan Wolverines, is it to win a national championship? I think the answer is no.
Really? You think it's no?
With this caveat.
This is surprising.
I think a Final Four is a must. Like, anything short of a Final Four is a huge failure. And if you can get to a Final Four and win 2 other titles, hang 2 banners, I think that's still a successful year. And I'm talking Big Ten regular season and Big Ten tournament.
You got a thing for banners, don't you?
I love banners.
Man, you're a big banner guy.
Hang as many as you can.
It is 1,000% a disappointment if Michigan does not win the national title.
I think
100% it is.
No, I think if they make the Final Four and lose a worthy game to Duke, but win the Big Ten regular season and Big Ten title game or Big Ten tournament, like you are the team in the Big Ten and you went to a Final Four, I'm content with that. I think.
I can't get behind this. Just like I get what you're saying, and sure, like yeah, that is a successful season overall. But for this team, the way we've talked about this team, the Big Ten hasn't won a national championship in over 25 years, and this is maybe the best Big Ten team we've had since then. Like Michigan has dominated an awesome year of college basketball, a year that there are so many good teams, and yet we still hold Michigan to this higher level. They're 3 points better in the net than any other team in the country. That's an insane gap, and so. I think just the way that we've discussed this team, especially if they beat Duke on Saturday and they just do go into March Madness at 1 loss, like so what you're saying, because if you're saying they're handing a tournament title or a tournament banner, they're handing the regular season title, let's say they go 1 loss the rest of the way. They go into the tournament losing 1 game, that team better win the national title because of how dominant they've been all year. I mean, we can't refer to them as an all-time team if they don't win the national championship, of course, and that's what we've already been doing. So I think it is. This team is awesome. They're good enough. Like they've earned that pressure and those expectations, not putting it on them as a bad thing because we wouldn't be saying that they have to win it if they weren't that good. They are that good, though. So I would say, yeah.
That's totally fair. I just don't want this season to be forgotten as like a total disappointment if they get to a Final Four, hang 2 banners, and then they lose a close game. And it's like, nope, they didn't accomplish anything. That's where I think we get lost a little bit in the championship or bust thing when they can win 2 championships. And that's where I'm saying, like, they got to make a Final Four at the very least in March Madness. Like, they cannot be an Elite 8 exit. If they make it to the Final Four and just dominate the Big Ten and have the incredible record, like, I still think that's a pretty good season that you can feel proud. Of course it's a pretty good. Of course. You can feel proud of it.
You can do all that stuff. Like, it's an insanely successful season to win both the tournament and the regular season title, to go into the tournament as the number 1 overall seed. Like, it, of course, is an awesome season, but it's not an all-time season. And that's what we're gathering right now with Michigan, right? Like, we're going to talk about this team for a long, long time if they win the national championship. We truly are.
I don't think this will ever be topped if
they lose. If they lose and don't win it, we're just not. You know, like it's just another team. You know, it is.
No, I think you're right about that. It can be the team that we always dreamed about, like the team that
how did they not win it? Yeah,
yeah. Because
we might talk about them. We might talk about them in a exactly. It might not be a positive light, no matter how much success they have. We're gonna say, man, how did they lose in the Final Four to this team?
Yeah.
How did that? That's what the conversation.
How did the Lions lose to the 49ers? How did they lose to the Commanders?
We don't remember them winning 15 games and being the NFC North champions. We remember them collapsing in the playoffs. And unfortunately, if Michigan does, with the expectations that have been put on them, and they've been put on them for good reason because they're that darn good, that's why.
Yeah, you're starting to convince me a little bit that maybe it is just if they don't win a championship, it's not a failure of a season.
And I want to know what the fans think, because I'm not a fan of this. I'm not a Michigan fan. So if you have a different opinion on that, then I'd love to hear it, because it could be, if you're a fan of this team, you might just be happy with what you've gotten so far, which you probably should be, because this team is awesome to watch.
989-837-6125. We got the message line where you can send it in. We got another rule proposal on the message line that I think was worthy of mentioning.
Okay.
How about a team has the ball at their own 1 yard line and they commit a penalty, they only lose a half a yard? I say let them leave the ball at the 1 yard line, but lose it down. So losing downs rather than backing up yards.
Wait, one more time?
If a team has the ball at their own 1 yard line and they commit a penalty, rather than moving them back a half a yard to be on their own half-yard line, they just lose it down. It's a very specific rule.
But obviously this must have happened where this person thought of this and was like, this will never happen again.
The idea that you can push a team back a half a yard is a little crazy.
Right. No, that's a good point. I don't hate it. Like, is there an issue with it right now? I don't necessarily know if it needs a changing. We did get another one in our YouTube chat as well. Jared says, rule change I would make: falling down in college football should not end the play. You must be down by contact or must be giving yourself up, like a QB slide or kneel. So many great plays ended too soon. Yeah, I mean, basically just making it the NFL rule. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with this. I like that in college it's only 1 foot. Just make it a little harder in the NFL. I like that.
The difference there, yeah.
In the skill level to get 1 foot down versus 2 is just it takes a lot more skill to do that. But I hate when a player slips and the play's just done. That stinks, especially if you play outside in the grass where it can get a little muddy.
Or you make a crazy diving catch and you can't just get up and keep running because you're down. Yeah.
Yeah. That's maybe my biggest one with college football, at least. I mean, I'm talking in the game.
I was going to say,
changes.
I got a lot
There's
of rule
a lot
changes
of rule changes that I would love to make regarding just normal college athletics. But if we're talking about within the game, yeah, I would love that rule to be incorporated.
Yeah, I like that one too. That one seems like another one of those ones that if you ask any fan, they would all kind of agree on the same thing.
It's also funny too, if we ever implemented that rule within the first game or you watch, it'd be like, why was this never a thing? Why has this always been a rule that it was if you're down you have to be down by contact? Right. It just I don't know that one's never made a lot of sense to me. We always used to play in the backyard, depending on what day of the week it was. If we were playing on Sunday, we'd play NFL rules, and if we were playing on Saturday in the backyard, it'd be
Actually, you're just
rules.
saying this.
No, I'm being dead serious. Me and my friends would play football every weekend, and if it was a Saturday, we'd play those rules, and if it was a Sunday, we'd play
That's
the
actually
Sunday
hilarious.
Rules. And if it was a Friday,
I love
sometimes we'd play on Fridays. We'd play the college rules as well, high school rules. It's pretty good, right?
That is pretty. That's creative.
Had some iconic catches. I used to be called DeAndre Hopkins of the Front Yard Football League. It was fun.
Front Yard Football League.
Yeah, I lied. It's not. We weren't even playing in the backyard. We were playing in the front.
Yeah, that's just weird. Oh, so you're doing it so all the scouts driving by could watch.
Yeah, we'd have to call the car timeouts. Stop, and then we'd all just have to wait for the car to drive by. And then we'd keep going. It's a great time. Times were simpler back then. You just get out of school and you're like, screw it. Let's pick up a pizza and go play some football and then go play some video games. Call it a day.
Ian's given us a rule change, and I think this one's a little targeted. But he says tripping in college basketball should be a flagrant one in college basketball.
Is it not? Or is this
I think this is like a Jeremy
from
Fears thing.
Oh.
I think he's making a Jeremy Fears dig here. I would assume he is. Yeah, I mean, most of the time, if it's a blatant trip, it will be a flagrant one.
Well, there was that weird
you can get
play
away with them,
yesterday
though, obviously.
on McKinney where I couldn't believe that Dusty. I mean, this was why I said there should be no challenges or reviews in the first half. It just doesn't matter. But Dusty called that review because he thought the Purdue big guy basically clamped onto McKinney and he fell again. I couldn't believe he got that overturned. I guess he did, but. He clamped onto him, but I don't know. I was like,
yeah,
do
but
we really need to
Johnson
look at this?
traveled,
Rez Johnson totally traveled.
But that's Purdue's one thing they've said after this game.
Oh,
shut
up.
But
You guys got
Perez
dominated.
Johnson didn't travel, okay,
He
whatever.
got dominated.
Yeah.
In every capacity of the game. In the box score doesn't necessarily say that, but they threw the first 6 punches and Purdue had a lot of catching up to do, and they never really got within real striking distance again after the first 10 minutes.
Okay, I got a Michigan question for you going back to how we started this.
Sure.
If Michigan falls in the Big Ten tournament, late, it could be in the championship game. Why not? They go winless or lossless. They win out regular season, but then lose in the Big Ten tournament.
So only one banner.
Sure. At that point, are you saying they have to win the title?
Yes.
They have to win the whole thing?
Yes.
Because you do raise a banner for, Sweet 16, Elite 8, Final Four. Like, those are all banners.
Sure. Yeah, you're right. But I need a real championship. Final Four banner's nice, but, like, come on, Elite 8, Sweet 16, like, those are fine banners to hang. You do them, but I need a real championship. And the only way to get that is the Big Ten tournament and the March Madness tournament. I think Michigan's got a real chance coming out on top. 989-837-6125. Oh, yeah, the sun's coming up tomorrow morning too, Ben. Nice. All right. Hey, Bright Smiles, you can see him right here on YouTube. Go ahead and like and subscribe on that. And Bright Smiles, mine, starts at Scott Family Dental, where comfort, care, and clean teeth come as standard. Locally owned by Brandon Scott, native of the Great Lakes Bay region. Community baller over at the community center. The business is family-focused. They treat patients of all ages like kids of their own. From routine checkups to whitenings, crowns, and more, they've got the tools and the gentle touch to keep your smile shining. Friendly staff, modern tech, zero judgment, even if it's been a while since your last visit. So go ahead and show off those pearly whites. Scott Family Dental has your back and your teeth.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair. by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
All right, welcome back in. This is the Ben Bosscher Show live here on 100.9 The Mitt. Let's hit the news.
The Mitt's Morning Catch.
Okay. News time. Your boy Mahomes, he's in the news, Ben. I don't know if you saw this. It's not good either.
What do you mean?
No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. I was just making a joke. The Kansas City Chiefs have restructured Patrick Mahomes' contract this week, lowering his salary cap number from $78.2 million to $34.65 million for the upcoming season and creating over $43 million in cap space.
It's going to hit different when we get that notification from Jared Goff, where the Lions have freed up a ton of cap space revolving Jared Goff. Yeah, I'm excited to get that notification. It feels like the Chiefs have done this like every year, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean
They
that's
just
why
do it every
that's
year.
why his number was $78 million coming into this year because of what they pushed it down the line prior.
Right.
So, yeah, it's I don't know. The cap doesn't exist, man.
It does, but you can work around it.
It
And you
does,
gotta
but
be
it
smart
just
to do it.
doesn't. You know.
But like to a lot of GMs, it does. Like whoever the Bills GM is, I forget his name. It does. Like there's workarounds to it, but not every GM is smart enough to really know how to navigate the cap.
Hopefully, Brad Holmes is with Jared Goff this offseason.
I hope so.
I would love to create $34 million or $43 million in cap space. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, just like out of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. Just cause.
Why not?
Got some news as well during the show today. Kyrie Irving is to miss the entire season. He hasn't played at all this year, coming off of that torn ACL that he had almost coming up on a year ago now at the end of the year last year for the Mavs. Dallas, of course, is one of the 30 teams tanking in the NBA. So
30 teams tanking. Wow.
I think that's how many there is. Yeah, almost all of them. Yeah, he's going to return next season. Whether or not it'll be with the Mavericks or not, I don't know. Do you think they'll trade him this offseason?
What's his trade value?
Think they'll try to run him out with him and Flag next year to be a duo?
But what's his trade value? You know, I don't know. I don't know who's trading for Kyrie Irving this offseason when they haven't really seen him play.
Right.
And he's got the big contract.
I mean, I think he's going to be still good, right?
I would imagine he just ends up with Dallas, and you get some
Yeah.
pressure off of Cooper Flag,
Little bit of-
just in
yeah.
terms of scoring and ball handling.
Flag Kyrie duo could be really fun, you know?
So I don't think it's championship bound, but it's something. It's something enticing.
The 49ers have been named as a home team for a 2026 Mexico City game. So the Niners are going to be leaving their Electric Force Field in Santa Clara to
They're like, yes.
to go play in Mexico City. But also, they're the road team that's playing the Rams in Australia this year. So they got to go to Australia and they go to Mexico City. Like, they're just really trying to get away from the...
So they're pissed. They've
Yeah.
got to be pissed.
Probably, yeah.
Or they're thrilled.
Or they're happy because they get to get away from that, injury warehouse.
The NFL's doing something about this offseason, right? Like, they have to shut this thing down or whatever's going on.
Do
it's
they?
Like the craziest.
There's no way that actually is the reason why them dudes got hurt.
It's just the craziest story to me. Like, it cannot be ignored, is all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it is being ignored because there was a whole story about it last year. So, but yeah, nonetheless, Australia and Mexico City. Pretty wild to go to those two spots. Have they decided or figured out when the Australia game's going to be? What time?
No, no idea.
Isn't that like a 16-hour difference?
I think it's the largest difference.
Yeah, it is.
For the United States, and yeah, it's the opposite side of the world. I don't know, man, but I do know that the Lions.
It's 3:30 in the morning tomorrow in Australia right now. So what time are they going to play that game? Because they have to incorporate it somehow to the people there, so people will go, but then so that people will watch it in the U.S. as well. I don't know, man.
Hold on. What time should the NFL play a game?
You're trying to do live math, and I just know it's not going to work out.
No. If the United States wants to watch as well, I'm asking AI. What time?
Right.
They're saying 8 p.m. on No, but that's too early. It's thinking. It says 6 p.m. Sunday night leads to a 1 o'clock start in the United. No, bad AI. Bad AI.
See, yeah, I was just letting you cook there, and I knew it wasn't gonna happen.
Thanks.
That's why the NFL hasn't announced a time for this yet, man. They don't even know either. I'm excited to see how they figure this one out because it's gonna be pretty weird. Okay, let's talk about more Michigan stuff. You were talking about this earlier during the Big Win Wednesday, but Sharon Moore, the judge grants a hearing in ex-Michigan head coach Sharon Moore's case. That was going on yesterday. You were explaining some of the details of this earlier, right? But I didn't really catch much of this. So, I mean, what? It's just they're just trying to bring up essentially his arresting was
He was saying
wrongful.
he was wrongfully arrested. To be quite honest, Kyle, I don't really care what this guy has to say anymore. He's a scumbag. He's a bad guy, and I don't really care that he got arrested or if he got arrested wrongfully.
Wow.
Am I wrong? Like, why do every Michigan like ex-staffer, ex-coach we have to drag this thing out forever? He's gone. I don't want to hear about him anymore.
But yet we idolize Connor Stallions, you know?
Build a statue of him.
Right. Shut up. Okay, more Michigan football news. 4-star quarterback Peter Bork, I think that's probably how you say it, decommits from the 2027 Michigan class. Oh, no.
I wouldn't want to go to Michigan right now either. They have their quarterback of the future. That guy's not playing at any point.
2027? I mean, that's going to be Bryce's last year.
Yeah, I think freshmen just really want to play now.
I mean, there's still not that many freshman QBs that play.
There's been a good amount of the top recruits the last couple of years. Although this guy's not even like a top recruit. He's what? You said he was 70?
He's a 4-star.
Yeah, you don't deserve a starting spot as a freshman.
Right,
as a
exactly.
4-star.
Exactly. Okay, we were talking about bad guys with Sharon Moore. Let's talk about a potential new bad guy. We mentioned yesterday how Tony Clark of the MLBPA was stepping down. Well, I don't know how much stepping down is being done there by him because an investigation went in on him having an affair with his sister-in-law, his brother's wife, who also worked with the MLBPA in the union. So, yeah, just, the offseason leading up to the MLB having one of their largest decisions that could impact the league's history. Is there going to be a strike? Is there not? The guy in charge of everything for the players is got other things going on in his life. So
that's
former
insane.
Tiger, yeah.
That's kind of insane. It takes a crazy person to pull that off. An absolutely insane person.
Really messed up, man. Just like actually insane.
Okay, how about this? The game's played on Sunday night in the United
going back
States.
To the Australia thing.
Sunday night in the United States, and it's played at...
That would be on Monday the next day, right?
No, it'd be at 10. Oh, yeah, ahead. Yeah, it'd be Monday at 10:20, or Monday at, 10:20.
10:20 a.m. on a Monday.
Yeah.
Why would people go to that in Australia? It's a Monday morning?
You get a football game. Don't be picky and choosy about where it is.
The game has to be on like a Saturday, Sunday kind of thing. Like, what if we just flipped that around? The game was Saturday night in the U.S., and it was at 10:20 a.m. on Sunday.
But they don't want to leak into the other window.
The NFL just saying, screw college football, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, no, maybe you're right.
Because they tend to do that.
Yeah, screw them.
Because it's just a tough balance of you want people to go to the game, of course, because you want to grow an audience for football in Australia. It's the first game there. But then people obviously have to watch it too. So they're probably going to prioritize the timing in Australia rather than the timing in the U.S.
I disagree. I think they're going to try to just
They want people to go, though. That's the whole point of having a game over there. Like, they want it to be an event.
I think people will go regardless. I don't think they're going to give them like
some 10 a.m. on a Monday?
I don't think they're going to give them I think it will be 10 a.m. on like a Saturday or a Sunday then. Like, I don't think they'll do a prime time 8 p.m. start. Like, they're going to make sure the people in the United States can watch it. And then the people that live in Australia will have to work around.
They don't cater it that much in the games in England, If you live on the West Coast in the U.S., your team from the West Coast is playing in England, you're at 6 a.m. your time. Like, that's not very generous to
I forget the West Coast
the American consumer. So, I don't know. We'll watch that more. Let's end the news with this. Mark Cuban says he got his name thrown in on the NBA tanking case that's going on right now. He basically threw out his perspective as the owner of a team and says that the NBA should embrace tanking to improve fan experience. He said fans don't really... Okay, I guess I could just end it there then?
No, I want to hear what
he
what
says
else
that fans don't remember the game-to-game basis. They don't remember going to games and the teams not trying hard and tanking and dunks and stuff. They remember when the teams are good, and the best way to get good in the NBA is to stink for a year to get a really good player in the draft. And that's his perspective as an owner.
I think teams. I think
that's
crazy. That's
AKA
crazy.
If the Utah Jazz get AJ DiBonsa and he becomes this super duper star, are we really going to look back and remember when the Jazz tanked hard? No, you're going to remember when the Jazz drafted AJ DiBonsa, maybe their best player since Donovan Mitchell.
Sure, but that's like a huge if. Like you might not.
Sure,
of all
but
the teams that are tanking
that's why
right
you
now,
do it.
Only
You
three
take
of
the
them are
risk.
going to be winners. The NBA shouldn't embrace tanking. That's crazy.
I mean, I agree with that. Yeah, they shouldn't embrace it, but certainly there's not anything stopping them from doing it right now.
That's also true.
Oh, $500,000 fine. That's a big deal. Ugh.
989-837-6125. This is the Ben Bosscher Show live here on 100.9 The Mitt. As always, Big Win Wednesday presented by our friends over at Garber Chevrolet. We did that earlier. Congrats to Olive for winning the $100 worth of gas cards. That's what we gave away today. Next week, we'll have another good prize for you guys. Find out what it is by listening to the station. You'll hear the ads throughout the week and the day. Looking for financial advice that actually makes a little bit of sense? You got to meet Doug Cellini of Kingsview Partners right here in Midland. A former teacher and coach, Doug breaks down all the complicated stuff and makes it understandable for people like you and I. He helps families and professionals build clear game plans for their money so they can move forward with confidence and not confusion. That's Doug Cellini, Kingsview Partners right here in Midland.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair. on 100.9 The Mitt.
All right, we have two traditions to close out every show. The first tradition we have is something I like to call our Lock of the Day.
Lock of the day.
You better lock it up. No, you lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up.
Okay, Lock of the Day hit yesterday because Michigan covered the spread and won outright.
Yeah,
and
big time.
dominated Purdue.
Michigan by 2.5, didn't matter. That was easy dubs. First win of the week as well, and it puts you back up in the month of February. You're just under 1 units total over, 0.84 to be precise. You are still slightly down on the week since that was a minus 112 bet last night, so you're minus 0.12 units down on the week, but you're still plenty up, over 2.5 units up in the big year of 2026.
Yeah, not a lot going on today. Not a lot of
really got to
options.
get in your Duffy today. Like, at least the Pistons are back tomorrow, NBA's back, but today
once tomorrow starts, like, I'm fine. The NBA's back. But today, I thank God the Olympics are on. Otherwise, I'd have to bet on, like...
Is there even any college basketball on tonight? Okay,
not
I guess there
good
is.
teams.
No, there's some good college basketball on tonight, actually. Arizona BYU is tonight. Really?
What time is that one?
That is at 9. There's actually some good college games on tonight. Okay, good job from the NCAA to schedule these with nothing else going on.
Well, I ended up doing the United States to beat Sweden today at 3:10. I'm taking the United States puck line, the spread, actually, 1.5. So they got to win by 2 goals. I think it's the first hockey play we've had in quite some time.
Definitely the first one of 2026.
And my reason? USA. USA. USA.
So are you saying that if I don't tail this...
Yeah, you're un-American.
This is unpatriotic or whatever?
Yeah, for sure.
What if it's just like a Lucas Raymond thing? Like, I think he's about to go crazy.
Then pick Sweden, man. Then take Sweden.
I'm just joking. I'll tail this. I don't know anything about Team Sweden, so...
What do you know that Lucas Raymond's
like?
on
But
the
they, what if Team US just wins like 4-3 though?
Then I would lose my bet.
Yeah, like that could easily...
Then I would lose.
But, like, that could easily just happen. Like, maybe you should have just taken the money line and just deal with the worse odds.
True, but if it's 4-3 and Sweden pulls their goalie, big opportunity for an open net goal.
Hey, that's a good point.
Thank you. What happens if they lose? If they win 4-3? Then I lose, Kyle. That's what happens.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, what if I think that's going to happen and I just, but I can't fade this, you know? Put me in a bad spot.
You can fade it if you want.
No, dude, I'll tail it.
How about this? I won't even call you unpatriotic if you fade this.
No, I'll tail it. It's fine. I agree. The U.S. has got to at least make the championship round.
Yeah,
like the women's team too. Maybe you could just pick them tomorrow.
They're going to be like big minus,
Knicks,
aren't
Pistons being back. I mean, like that's just got.
Oh yeah, that's free money line. Whack, whack, whack.
Stephen A. said it's a must-win game for the Knicks. By the way. He said, if you can't beat the Pistons in your last regular season game, then why would I ever pick you to beat them in the playoff series? I swear, every day I go on my Twitter timeline, if he's talking about the Knicks at all, he talks about the Pistons.
Detroit Pistons.
He literally will talk about them every single time that he talks about the Knicks.
I'm scared as hell of the Detroit Pistons.
I would be too, man. They've got 2 guys that are just willing to beat, but they don't have Duran tomorrow. They don't have Stu tomorrow.
Wait, but they have...
I love Paul Reed.
Yeah, they do have Paul Reed. So,
and I love him.
I do too, man. I really do. All right, United States by 1.5. That is our lock of the day.
Lock of the day.
You better lock it up. No, you lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up.
If you're looking for something fun and easy to do right here in mid-Michigan, Go Great Lakes has you covered. From festivals and live music to outdoor events this summer, great food, family-friendly events. GoGreatLakesBay.org is your one-stop guide for the Great Lakes Bay region. Whether it's a weekend planned or a last-minute idea, get out, explore local, and go Great Lakes. Second tradition to close out every show is predicting what Colin Cowherd opens with. He takes over airwaves at noon, Fox Sports Radio. Thank you. What do we think he's opening with? Because neither of us got a point yesterday. This is the era. This is the time of year where you really gotta pull something out of.
He can get back to the he can get back to the NBA stuff tomorrow. But yeah, today's pretty sketchy. It is. Let me double check whose turn it is. I think it's your turn to go first. It is your turn to go first today. Yeah, yesterday he did what? Yankees and Lakers?
and branding.
Oh,
I don't know.
All right. I don't even remember what I picked.
Really
but
weird. You picked just like a random
Like, is there
quarterback,
any
I'm pretty
world
sure.
he does an Olympics lead ever? Like, you know?
Not for Winter Olympics,
right,
I don't think.
Right. Obviously, he could if it was the summertime, yeah, I think he would. But I don't think there's any Olympics lead here. And college basketball, he just doesn't do. Like, is it Michigan basketball? There's no way.
Ooh, whose turn is it to go first?
It's your turn to go first. It's 44-39 for our radio audience, so I've cut it to 5, but yesterday it was a definitely missed opportunity to pick up a point.
Okay, I'm not going to take Michigan basketball, but I think, am I just allowed to take college basketball and the state of it? Like, we've got Michigan, we've got Arizona. This is some of the best, like a big picture thing of like everyone's complaining about the portal and NIL. But here's the thing. It's the best basketball we've ever seen. The on-the-court product is as good as it's ever been. Can I do one of those?
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Because I don't think I was going to do like college basketball, so I'll allow it. Because I think also I agree with the take. Like, that's been the weirdest part about college basketball this year is this is an awesome year of college hoops. And especially in a time when the NBA is getting as much crap as it is right now for how unwatchable it is, which I don't agree with that, but like college is benefiting from that 1,000%. There's so many good teams, and yet they still have this weird transfer portal, guys who played in the NBA can come back thing going on. And it hasn't mattered because the play is so good. So yeah, I don't mind that.
Okay, then that's my pick then.
Okay.
You?
Anytime Patrick Mahomes is in the news,
good
feels like Mahomes and the Chiefs is just the lead. So he'll use the Chiefs cap space thing to talk about like we forget about the Chiefs? Like, just because they had one down year, we forgot about Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs? Like, they're about to come back, have a crazy offseason, and be right back into the mix next year. That'll be my pick.
The Chiefs. That's good, Kyle.
Right?
That's really good. I feel kind of silly that I missed that one. Okay.
But I also just don't know what else it could be, you know? So he could definitely do a Fernando Mendoza thing. He's been really on that lately.
He's been talking about Fernando Mendoza more than maybe anybody has been talking about Fernando Mendoza. He loves him.
He does.
But then, like, he kind of doesn't. It's weird. He has a really odd relationship with Fernando Mendoza, as I think we all do. It's like he's the clear number one, but, like, is he? Like, did any of us this season, at any point think to ourselves, oh, yeah, this guy has to go number one. He's the best quarterback in college football. Like, not really. I think
he was the best quarterback in college football.
I'm not disagreeing with he was the best quarterback in college football.
He just isn't your typical, like, eye-popping number one overall pick quarterback, right?
That's what I'm saying.
But
like,
I don't think Cam Ward was either.
I disagree. I would watch Cam Ward and be like, holy cow, this guy he's the number one pick.
When I think of guys like that,
he was the number one pick in November.
I think like Trevor Lawrence, I think Joe Burrow, I think like that, you know, when the guys were that good in college.
Well, there's different tiers to it, you know?
Even like Kyler Murray, it was like, yeah, this guy's clearly the best guy, like no doubt.
I think you're right.
Caleb
there's
Williams,
tiers to it.
You know, yeah.
I think Cam Ward was in the second tier where it's like he convinces you as the season's going on he should probably go number one. Whereas Fernando, it's like the season ends and it's like, yeah, I guess he's just the number one pick.
Yeah,
he's in that
that's basically
third tier,
what they did. Yeah,
yeah. I don't hate him. I don't hate him as a prospect. I just think it's a little
could be out on him, is what you're saying.
Undecided. I think he's got a great mind. I think he can see the football field very well, but there's something just off about that guy. I think that's as simple as it is. It's just there's something weird about him.
That's obvious.
Yeah.
But it could be in a good way.
You're right. It could be in a good way.
It probably is in a good way. Yeah.
Maybe. 989-837-6125. We'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Like and subscribe on the YouTube side so you can get notified when we do go live at 9 o'clock tomorrow. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You guys can follow us there. Just search Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt or search The Ben Bosscher Show, and you should find it either way. Thanks to our friends over at Garber Chevrolet for sponsoring Big Win Wednesday. If you're looking for a car, I can tell you with firsthand experience, Garber Chevrolet in Midland makes it easy. Brought my car there last 2 weeks ago. Now it was. Check engine light was on, in and out of the shop in 30 minutes. Had my appointment booked within an hour of deciding I needed to go in. Super easy to book it online. Brought it in. They hooked me up. Didn't try to oversell me on anything. So again, if you need a new car, need to get your car updated at their shop, or not updated, don't drive a Tesla, but you need to get your car worked on, looked at, take it to the shop. Super friendly people working over at Garber Chevrolet. Thanks for them for sponsoring Big Win Wednesday. Next week, Saginaw Spirit tickets. All right. Appreciate everyone for listening today. 9 a.m. tomorrow, we'll be back and do it all over again. This is the